Because I do coffee supply, right? So everybody kind of like, hey, Mike, like besides KL, where is your biggest market? Makes sense, right? People kind of like ask, because satu Malaysia. So they want to know, is it Penang, Melaka? Then I always say like, okay, make a guess. Where do you think, is the biggest coffee consumption beside Kuala Lumpur?
Kelantan.
No, not Kelantan. Wait, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I want to guess.
Sabah. People like Sabah, people guess Kuching.
Go KK lah, I guess.
KK lah, people drink about, maybe people think about Penang lah. Always people tell me like, hey, is it Penang lah? Because there's a lot of cafe lah, some people say Johor because of Singaporean crowd can come in, right?
Where is it?
Kota Baru, Kelantan.
Bro, you were right, bro. What the shit?
Bro. For context, right? An average cafe use about 10 to 20 kgs of coffee per week.
So let's open YCS at Kelantan, John.
Okay. That's for context. An average cafe in Kelantan is doing 50 kg per week.
Bro, what?
Alright, guys, once again, welcome back to Yamcha Sessions. And today we have Mike.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, sir.
Mike, I want to start off actually by asking, right, how did you find about Yamcha Sessions?
Oh,
that's
nice.
Feed man. Ego. Yeah, we should though. You should. Yeah,
I'm curious, bro.
Yeah, you should.
Feed it.
Surprisingly, it's also through a coffee person.
Okay.
Kenneth.
Oh, Huang Ming. Okay.
Kenneth from Merchant Lane Wildflowers. Yeah. Why? Because he's using my coffee. Oh, right. Yeah.
I see you. Wait, so he told you about his video, or you
no. I kind of like because so a little bit backtrack. So I'm the kind of person that I like to go YouTube, and then I would just try to find any information that I can learn. So lately I've been into podcasts, so I kind of like just type in coffee podcast Malaysia.
Oh,
that's
okay,
it.
sure.
That's it. Yeah. So it came up. The first one was like, man, I didn't know Kem Tan was a celebrity. I couldn't know him in person, but I didn't know that he was here. Then I'm like, well, okay, let's hear about it.
We all grew up with Ken, man. Ken used to play football here. Same high school as well. Yeah.
And same primary school, Ken and me.
He's go way back, man. Even in the coffee industry, he's been around for like 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years, very, very long. So one of the OGs.
Almost 10 already. Actually.
Yeah. He started with a standing theory.
Yeah.
That's right. I
haven't heard standing theory damn long, bro.
My goodness, that's OG, man. Waffle with bacon.
Yeah.
They are the first person that actually started the waffle wave.
Oh, standing theory is, if I'm not mistaken, my ex brought me there and she was like, hey, you should try different type of coffee instead of kopi tiam kopi. I'm like, huh? What other type of coffee?
Shout out to them, man. Shout out.
Yeah, but now they're no longer there, right?
Yeah, they're no longer.
Standing theory is damn old, man.
Standing theory. So that's Ken Tan, So I get to know him. Then I love the conversations. You guys curated very, very well. I learned a lot. Because the thing with me is that so I'm the wholesale coffee manager in JWC. So basically I go around meeting with cafe owners, business owners, restaurant owners. I do a lot of networking. So here's the thing. When you go out and network, right, you cannot always talk about coffee.
Yeah.
Is it like I can't introduce you like, hey man, MC Mike, what do you like about Arabica? And then you're like, oh shit, man, not again. It's like selling insurance, something. So I need to have a lot of perspective.
Yeah, that's true.
On a lot of things in life. So I'm the kind of person that, okay, if I cannot afford to go to any courses, I cannot do like, BNI or something like that. So what do? So I go to YouTube, I search, I listen, I learn, and then I learn how certain sentences are phrased and certain information are passed. So I'll learn that. And then I'll get into my brain, and then when I talk, I use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then people are like, wow, so you know things. I'm like, of course, man. Cheers. All right. So that's how I started. Then second, when Dennis from
Barista Academy.
Academy, he posted, he was pretty loud. He was like, I'm going to be featuring on Yamcha session. And I'm like, hey, I know Yamcha session. so I tuned in again. That was my second time. And then fast forward, the rest is history. Every episode, Yi Heng. Hana Yo,
Sai Sadi, everything also lah. Wait, what do you think of the Tune M pod, bro?
That is super awesome, man. I almost want to say shout out to you guys. Super huge credit, man. That's insane.
It's too easy.
This is the first podcast after Tune M, actually.
My goodness.
Right.
I have the honor.
It's too easy.
All right. That was intense. In fact, I like how you guys managed to stay in a very, I would say, comfort and.
Wow, really? Bro,
No, because the first 10 minutes, right? You know that it's so tense.
It's very tense.
Tense,
The first thing, you were not tense. John was tense. John was asking questions. You know?
I was like, so
yeah, and then Tun was like,
yeah.
he was observing, just trying to figure out like, okay, where's this conversation going? You know,
man.
what can I say? How can I get into these young people conversations and all? So yeah, but you guys curate it very well. I love it.
That one we planned a lot lah. I can't say we planned a lot for the rest. I think like we kind of have it very natural. It's just the 2 one.
That's the next level lah. You got to take special care.
Yeah, you can't go in not knowing anything, right?
Yeah, man.
We were stressed like shit.
He was just evaluating the whole way.
Yeah.
He was just trying to observe and then like just listening and
It was so physically and mentally taxing for me. Like literally couldn't sleep few days before. And then when we set up also like Chok and all of us, we all like setting up with the lights and all that. Wow, I tell you, no power plug. We're like, oh my God, how? Because we didn't even have a chance to site inspection. So like, how do you know how many power plugs and all that?
Man.
Wow, stress cow, man.
But I think this one is one of those milestones that will definitely be,
bro,
remember in like any of your lives, because it's like part of the growth, right? Is where once if you can handle a difficult situation, you can handle everything.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a privilege to be there lah, but it's also a privilege to be able to talk to you lah.
It's come back to me.
Mike's like, okay lah, you come on
okay lah, right. more coffee sponsors.
Still, like for real, every guest has their own stories, man. And
Yeah, for sure.
This is true.
And
It's for sure.
talking to anyone is definitely a blessing. You never know what it might be the same industry as Dennis, but we don't know what you have experienced different.
It's true, man. It's true. The sad thing is, I feel, sorry to cut in, I think the sad thing is a lot of people see the big name guests
Yeah.
and then they never really give time to the rest of the guests. It's like the random fella, like Jeffrey Bahari, fireworks.
That was a good
programmer.
podcast.
Bro,
Shit.
that guy's life is crazy. But no one considers this. You just only want to look at the big names.
That's just the Malaysian culture, lah.
But the big names are actually what help.
Celebrity, though.
The big names are what help us because it helps them grow up as well. Then people will know about them.
Yeah.
So either way, it's also a pleasure having you on, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay.
You.
Okay.
Awesome.
We normally start with like a bit of an origin story, although we kind of like
Flew
deviate,
somewhere, lah. Yeah.
But there's the
we
nature of it,
arrive
right?
halfway there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, did you grow up in KL per se, and did you always know that? I'm sure you didn't even know that you were going to go into
Coffee.
third wave coffee, especially, right? So what did you want to do when you were younger prior to coming here?
Wow. In fact, okay, so I'm from Malacca.
Oh shit!
Yeah, from Malacca. That's right. My whole family's from Malacca. I moved here 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, my dad got a job. It's quantity surveyor.
Wait, what? 5 years old, you came here and you got a job?
My dad.
Oh,
my dad got
okay.
a job. Yeah, my dad got a job. So I moved together with the family, came over here. So the funny thing is that I have always been, I wanted to do something that I think a lot of Malaysians, especially for the Chinese, it's not common, which is I wanted to become an Air Force pilot.
What?
Oh,
Like Tom Cruise?
Yeah, like just Tentera Malaysia kind of a thing, Like I'm always all about. I've always wanted. I like the idea of like patriotism, like you fight for your country, and
How
then
appropriate today's Merdeka.
man, bro. And you know what? You guys should check out yesterday I just checked out the local produced Malaysian movie that was just came out.
It's the Air Force one lah.
Air Force, the movie. I tell you, I cried the whole way. But the sad thing is that I was the only person in the cinema.
and you were the only one crying there.
I was the only one crying there, And then I think the workers got like, oh, what this guy? Especially a Chinese, like, okay. The reason why we say Chinese or whatever is not to say we were trying to be racist or separated, but we know that this profession is not common.
It's not.
Yeah, like we talk to any Chinese, we kind of like, oh, you got to be a lawyer, you got to be a doctor, you got to be an accountant.
The safe ones.
Yeah, and then here am I was like, I want to fight for my country. And then my dad look at me like, what the hell, son, are you doing? We're living in peacetime, man. What are you talking about? War, I was like, yeah, I want to drive a tank, like, I want to fly a jet and then like just fly the Malaysian flag. So I'm always all about that. Like just, be able to have the opportunity to like just fight for my own country, the kind of thing.
I had the same thing.
Yeah, I always wanted to be that. And then it was until like, when I was 12 and then I got to wear a spec, and that whole dream got like, oh shit, I can't become a pilot anymore.
Oh, that's it.
So that was that.
Apparently, they revised that rule.
Apparently, yeah. I think they revised, yeah.
Right, but during our days when you were aspiring to be a pilot as a kid,
You need perfect
you
eye.
needed 20/20 vision.
Yes.
Serious?
Yeah,
And you kind of like, you cannot wear spec at all.
Wait, so now they revise it, you can...
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw pilots that are wearing spec, you know.
Oh, I thought they LASIK, you must... You know, you can. If you LASIK, then you're like, whoa, bro, I'm not going to fucking laser my eyes.
Yeah, so that was that. And then how do I get into coffee? That's also a very interesting question, because a lot of people are asking me like, so how can I start? The reason being is that actually this will be my 14th year in the coffee industry.
Holy shit.
So I've been doing coffee for quite some period of time. So a lot of people will say like, okay, Michael, you know, you are there and you have been into every single position available. So how can I start? And to be honest, I didn't started coffee because of coffee. I started to be a barista. It's just because I wanted to have extra income so that I can go to Genting Highlands and Pulau Pangkor.
Man, I'll see you in Genting soon,
Man,
bro.
I tell you, bro,
fucking go.
So you got into coffee because you just wanted to earn money.
I just want to earn money. That's it.
How old were you again?
21?
Me, you can count it, I'm 14 years, 19, 20 years old,
How old are you
Yeah.
right now?
34. Shit, man.
Guess we're all doing 10 push-ups.
That's right. You know, 10 push-ups, bro.
No, prior to the podcast, we were like, how old is Mike? Then you're a bet, right? Everybody all bet.
Okay, fun fact. If you drink coffee constantly, like on a daily basis, without cream, sugar,
Just black.
and just black or just milk, coffee actually helps you to look younger.
See, that's
No
why I look
wonder.
fucking young,
I also
bro.
look damn young.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's just fun
shit.
fact, bro. Really.
I look
It's like scientifically proven or mic proven.
It's half and half lah. Half and half. Yeah, you guys should check it out, man. Like,
bro.
coffee actually helps you to look a little bit younger.
All those people drinking tea, jokes on you.
See you in the old folks' home.
Yeah, that's right.
No lah, it won't likely make your skin look younger.
Caffeine can, bro.
Says who? Says Waka Coffee. I don't believe. I trust Mike.
I
Okay
don't
lah.
trust Waka coffee, bro. If it's not on Wikipedia, it's not true.
Because it has anti-aging effect.
Huh.
That's right.
But I drink, okay, so to me, I drink a lot of tea in the morning because I feel like I want to repel all the water and everything. lah,
Understand.
right? But
Out of curiosity, does chumping caters in the same category?
No, bro.
Shit.
why not though? They're both coffee beans, right? They both
It's a very
caffeine.
different variety though. A lot of people always have this misconception that coffee is all the same. You know, it's like saying that the human beings are all the same.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Sure,
but
it's
but
everybody's
in
different.
human beings, right, you have different race. Okay?
Yeah.
Of course, again, we are not trying to be racist, it's just an illustration. So you have the Chinese, you have the Malay, you have the Indian. So we all have two eyes, a nose, mouth, two hands. But what are we different in? Skin color.
Yeah.
And also character.
Yeah.
Like the Chinese has a certain character, has a certain behavior patterns.
Yeah.
The Indians has it as well, the Malay has it as well. Coffee is the same. Is it like it's the same coffee beans, but because of the different species, it
would
has a
have
different character.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought of that way.
Yeah, that's right. So of course, these are some of the things that I usually tell a lot of barista is that, you know, you don't have to force feed all this information to the customers because the customers are there just to drink the cup of coffee, it's just to enjoy it. We have to understand it so that we can better curate those informations and just pass on the right information
Yeah,
to the
that's true.
clients.
Got it.
That's
You
true.
see, because like for me, I always feel like, man, I've been studying and like hustling in life for the past 40 years, and here you are telling me, do you know coffee has a different species and this is what flavors you'll be expecting?
Then
I'll
you're
be like, bro, I just want to get a cup of coffee and get in and out, you know, like just
100%.
don't tell me about
Yeah.
whatever that goes in there. I just want in and out unless I have the extra time or unless I really have that
The
passion,
curiosity.
you know, that curiosity. Like just maybe I just pop up a question like, why do you charge your coffee 10 ringgit?
yeah, that's true.
And then I'll be like, oh yeah, here it comes, man. Let's go, you know.
Yeah.
Then that's how you curate the information out. But on most cases, you don't have to force feed this information.
You just
Just
need
have
to-
fun with it.
Yeah, you just need to have
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, that's true.
Earlier you mentioned, right, that after you drink coffee, if you want to remove the coffee from your body, you need you need to consume curry or orange, is it?
Wait, what?
Oh,
Exactly.
Fun fact, bro. Okay, so here, this is something that I really discover accidentally.
Okay.
And to be honest, in a lot of times, when I share with my friends and my peers, it's all proven. So what it is that because I hop around a lot of cafes. I'm doing sales, right? So I go to different cafes. I always drink a cup of coffee. So one day I might actually end up have to drink 5 to 10 cups.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Caffeine level.
Yeah, like the caffeine level
like
just
Canada.
spike the roof, and then you'll be like just counting twinkle stars right at night. So what I realized is that if you feel like you are having that overdose situation, either your heart is like pumping really fast, or you just feel like you are haywire and all, get vitamin C.
Like
Orange juice, lemon, or even like yuzu. Yeah, soda.
the tablet, is makan.
Tablet also can. Just get some vitamin C in, or eat spicy food, curry.
Huh.
It will help you to cure or lower down the feeling of dizziness.
What?
Yeah, and that's what I do actually. So I now that I found out that this method, right? So what do? Every time when I go to any cafe, by the time I reach my third and fourth, right, I will get orange
Curry puff. and
and a flat white.
Oh, an orange and a flat white.
Yeah, that's it. And then I will just down 2, and then they will be like, 2 drinks for you. I'm like, yeah, 2 drinks for me.
So technically, if I bump into you and there's an orange next to you, I'll be like, oh,
you know that I'm
you're halfway already.
Yeah, I'm halfway there, kind of thing. Yeah, especially when you have 2, So the vitamin C kind of like just, it refreshes you up, and then it kind of like refreshes your brain and all. So you don't feel that dizziness, that haywire.
Coffee's kind of rich too, It's like it's quite heavy. It's quite heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite heavy.
So I think the orange would definitely help. Or like maybe just buy a wedge of lemon, just like
I'm not sure. Usually, if I drink
Tequila.
a lot of coffee, I tend to drink a lot of water, so I remove the coffee.
Yes.
tea lah.
So that's what a lot of people does, but compared to these 2 beverages, this is a little bit more,
Effective.
I wouldn't say effective, it's less troublesome.
yeah. Just
Yeah,
bring in
you
orange.
just like drink water, and then like, okay, I need to use the washroom or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Like every 20 minutes. You're
Yeah,
going
and
to
then every 20 minutes you are going there and just trying to like, get rid of the system.
That means technically, you also know where to eat very good curry lah.
Oh, my house.
Curry, it's the man, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Where is good curry then like that? If you keep having coffee, I'm pretty sure you have 2 or 3 atop your head. You like go to already lah. Your
Doesn't
location.
matter lah. Just,
Okay lah,
just
it
the curry
actually
lah.
doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just wet the curry,
It's
yeah.
like just wet the curry. Something spicy lah, Hai Di Lao or something like that,
Bro, I cannot, bro.
You should
Yeah,
eat
something
them,
mala, like something, yeah.
Some people is on the budget lah. Maybe not Hai Di Lao. Like,
Bro, here is shout out, bro. If you want something that is really good and spicy, check out Merchants Lane new menu.
Huh?
Yesterday I had
They got new menu.
pasta lala.
Wow.
when you gonna send it here?
Sounds interesting.
Oh my goodness.
Pasta lala.
Bro.
Pasta lala, bro.
Ken, I just met up with Ken only like a couple. I think last week. I met up with you, ma, for coffee.
Yeah.
I met
Shout
up,
out to that though. I had that yesterday. It was spicy and it was so shock, man.
That one.
So good. Pasta lala.
I cannot find it.
Yeah,
probably
it's a new menu.
Like, it's there lah, it's there
so
lah.
it's there.
Sorry,
lah.
there.
New menu. Yeah. Merchant Lanes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I was actually listening to the podcast you were on called Keys to the Shop.
Yep.
Interesting podcast. And this guy, he was saying, you were saying how you knew a guy named Michael as well,
Yes.
Michael Wilson.
My
And-
mentor.
Yeah. And I was wondering, right, like, when you go to like these courses in KL and all that, don't you feel that a lot of the education, when they educate you on, let's say, even if it's pottery or art, right, there is not a lot of enthusiasm.
Yes.
And you were saying how like Michael Wilson had a lot of enthusiasm. He's like a New Zealander, Kiwi dude.
He's Kiwi
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, he would come in like, "Hi, my name is Michael Wilson." He's like,
Yeah.
right. There's a certain presence to the room, right?
Yes.
Do you think that's what's missing in a lot of the coffee scene? Maybe not just the coffee scene, but the various scenes in Malaysia
I would
in terms
say
of
it's,
education.
it's something that because even previously I was very curious of how he curate or conduct all this sharing. So Michael Wilson is a Kiwi, so he is the person that sort of like introduced the third wave movement. One
Here?
of the first few, here in Malaysia. Yeah, but the brand didn't started here in Malaysia. The brand started in Scotland.
Oh, okay.
Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got married to a Malaysian wife, moved
They
back.
moved
Moved back 10 years ago.
Nice.
So in a nutshell, the third wave, whatever flat white cappuccino you are drinking, is only 10 years old in Malaysia.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Like if you were to like 11 years ago, you were to find a flat white, is almost non-existent.
Hey, shit, that's true,
It was like just the Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, San Francisco coffee bean wave. Yeah. So whatever that you're having, guys, right now, these are really young in Malaysia. It's only 10 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you feel like it's been here your whole life.
It kind of feel like that. That's right. It's kind of feel like that because Malaysia has some of the most rapid growth compared to our neighbor, Singapore. Singapore has stagnant. With the wave kind of like just stable down already. You don't really see a lot of progression. Us, we have like what? Zeus Coffee just opened there. I think it's like 130 plus outlet in Malaysia. It's
130?
insane. Yeah, 130
Zeus Coffee,
plus.
yeah.
Zeus Coffee.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we are more in a sense more happening. So you
Right.
kind of feel like it's been a while, but actually it's only 10 years old.
That's
So
quite insane, man.
Michael brought the scene here, and he realized that in order for in a way he wanted to pass on information effectively, because we have a problem in Malaysia, and that is we have a local coffee culture.
Yeah,
You know,
kopitiam.
kopitiam lah, you know, like our champing lah, you know.
Nothing
Of
wrong with
course,
that.
nothing wrong with that. I still drink my kopi. You know, when I travel on highways, expressway, I want to get a coffee. I drop to Petronas. I go inside. I get 2 cans of Nescafe.
Yeah, lor.
I still do that. You know, so pay homage to your
Yeah.
brands. So anyway, he realized that we have this current culture going on, and he wanted to change. You see, he wanted them to experience these kind of coffees, which is commonly available in New Zealand, Scotland, and Australia.
Yeah.
Right. So he realized that okay, if I were to conduct a class on coffee, how can I make it exciting?
Hence the enthusiasm.
Hence
and energy.
and he actually intentionally pumped to do it. Like he will hype himself up for this.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, and I saw it. I was like, because I asked him, I said, so Mike, what makes you so enthusiastic about that? You know, and he was like, how can you make a topic coffee interesting? So I was like, that hit me. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, like how if I were to tell you, hey, do you want to know about latte?
Sure.
Then you feel like,
You're like,
Probably not lah.
yeah, you know, like, yeah, so maybe
but if
tell me a
someone
little
was
bit.
enthusiastic, I'd be like, I wonder why you're so enthusiastic.
Yeah, like you know how he create the class? He will come in, he's like, hi everyone, this is a latte.
Wow.
And then everyone's like, whoa, okay, you got me there.
Quite shocked with the system.
Yeah,
Quite
you
shocked
know,
with the system.
yeah, you know, it's like, oh shit, like someone just yelled at me or something. I better pay attention, you know, and all. So he kind of just bring the energy throughout the whole class. Then I saw that, and then I'm like, hey, yeah, this is how it should be, you know. So when I start doing my own training, and then I start to, in a way, I mimic his energy and how the way he conduct the class, and of course, because I saw success in my own story, so I kind of continue it lah. Yeah, I can already imagine that if I yell everywhere, you know, and then like no one just give a damn or whatever, I also just quit already. Yeah. So luckily enough, grateful enough is that throughout the process, I saw a lot of feedback that is coming back. That's like, oh, I love the way you conduct it. I love the way how you speak about coffee. I like the way how you curate. Should do it, man. I'm like, yeah, cool, okay, awesome.
Oh,
So I
because
just-
you already used that element that Michael
yes.
also had.
I saw it, I like it, and I use it.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's also the same way how I learn, even from like Yamcha sessions, is that, you know, I saw it, I learn how the way certain guests, when they create that information, you know, and how the way they pass on the ideas or perspective, then I will learn it. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
everybody's also different in certain ways, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because I feel that it's learning lah. You know, you have to always continue learning and you know, just broaden up your knowledge and perspective.
It's just that education is usually like framed to textbook.
Yes.
Or like what you can read, right? And then when you realize that like you can listen to information now, you can learn via listening, you can do all your like I notice in your Insta stories, you're always like phone there
And driving.
then like driving and then you can listen and then when reaction you're like, oh my god, that type of thing.
Yes.
There is that element of now you can do things while learning as well. You don't need to be confined to just sitting out and reading a book.
Which
different
is what I think you guys hosted the what's the name of the DJ?
DJ Alexis
Alexis Grace, is it?
No. The one that the radio podcast.
JJ.
JJ mentioned that the current learning trend, right, is podcast.
Yeah, it's true.
You see, because
Or
you
audiobook
can,
lah, maybe.
or audiobook lah, you know, something that it's at this reason, because you are stuck in the traffic. How can you learn?
Yeah.
All right, you are in the office, you know, it's your break time, takkan you take out a book and then you still have time to like browse information and all. So listening is like the next thing already. That's why Clubhouse app was a big hit.
Yeah.
Right.
But what
during-
the hell happened
But
to
it's
Clubhouse?
dead now, right? It's dead, right?
Yeah, now it's like traffic is low over there.
Yeah,
People
bro.
don't really go. But the previously is because of Elon Musk lah. He
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
a couple of the rooms and then he
Yeah.
got bloated up
That guy,
in the whole thing.
Whatever he says, it goes up or down. Like.
Bro, do you believe that he will buy Manchester United?
I hope so.
I fucking pray Elon, bro.
I hope so, bro.
Our sponsor Tesla already. How our players got jetpacks?
He said he was joking though, didn't he?
I don't remember.
I really
Joke
don't know.
about it.
You was always joking, man.
It was
yeah.
on Twitter.
This fucker, he say all this shit, then all the stock prices
Yeah,
went
was
up, went up.
yeah, that's right.
Hey, wait, when you went to the coffee industry, you first started out at Starbucks, is it?
Yes.
I want to ask you something. Do they intentionally ask you guys to spell the customer's name wrongly? Is it like in the manual? It's like make good coffee, do this, spell customer's name wrongly. Is this like in the manual? I gotta know, man. Because the day I bought a coffee, my name is Saravanan. Let's spell my name China, bro. I had the picture.
Oh,
I had
shit,
the picture.
man.
Then
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
where the hell
Whoa.
China came from, bro?
Your name is China.
Deserve a tag from the
Like,
Starbucks
yeah,
PR team, man.
Like, what's up? Where's that picture?
There should be an Instagram page with
Look at
like,
that. China. Like, I'm not joking, bro.
It's not China, bro. It's Sheena, bro.
Whatever lah. Okay, it's miles
Sheena.
away lah
Oh
from.
my gosh, man.
Sheena, bro. What the fuck? But my girlfriend Jen also does that a lot. She's like, hey, young, check it out. What is a Starbucks experience if the fella didn't spell your name wrong?
I think seriously, right? Like, I think with Starbucks is if you look closely at their business model, they are not here to sell you coffee.
It's a dessert.
Wi-Fi.
bro.
They are here to sell you the experience.
What
Yeah,
experience?
the branding experience.
The fact that you
Is
spell
it
my name
the
wrong.
fact that you can hold a Starbucks cup and
the
kind of like
green
I can afford
straw.
a 16 ringgit latte compared to you. Yeah, they're here to promote a lifestyle. Okay, that is the branding side of things. But to be honest, I started in Starbucks for 5 years. I was working in Berjaya Times Square. That was my first introduction to coffee.
Bro, you wait, you worked at Starbucks in
Berjaya Times Square
for 5 years?
Yeah. Well, my last year was at Pavilion.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So
That is so long.
Oh, I was one of the opening team in Pavilion.
Wow.
Like before Pavilion
What?
became Pavilion as what they are today. Like when I started, Pavilion was empty, bro.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
thought they were
man.
always full, man.
Nah, it's lately.
Oh.
Yeah. So I
Wait,
stayed
Pavilion Starbucks.
Pavilion.
Oh, upstairs one.
6th floor and 3rd floor.
Wow.
There are two.
Yeah,
Even
there
got
too.
two
Wait, got third. I thought there's only
3rd
one.
floor and 6th floor. You know the one with the same row as the Percent Arabica they currently use?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in front of the
Oh
link.
shit, you're right. The
Third
big
floor
one.
and
That's,
sixth floor.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
huge one.
That's
the
a
one
huge-
upstairs in 6th floor
It's a
is quite small.
smaller.
Yeah, it's a smaller one. Yeah.
You
that's
worked
right.
at which one? The lower one? Or the higher
6th
one?
floor. The one on the higher one.
Wow.
Yeah,
5 years is a long time, bro.
5 years, man. 5 years. Still very young those days. That's the reason why I quit Starbucks. I hate the job of paperwork and all. So I love the idea of being a barista. So I was kind of like, fuck this shit. Let's go to Third Wave Coffee.
Oh, so you dropped
Yeah.
Starbucks because of third wave, or?
Yeah. Dropped Starbucks because of just wanted to be a barista. Insane, bro. Crazy, man. Like when I dropped that, my pay at Starbucks was around 3,500 per month. When I went
3,500,
into
That's
per
quite
month.
high,
barista,
bro.
just like
3,500.
10 years ago, bro.
God damn,
Yeah,
bro.
10 years ago,
Yeah,
3,500
man,
is damn a
3,500,
lot.
man. And because I was a supervisor of the outlet.
Oh.
Yeah. So and then when I came to become a barista, which is under the Michael Wilson like artisan roles, my pay was only 800, bro.
Oh my God. How did you even survive?
I take a dip and I was like, fuck this shit, like let's go make coffee.
A dip is an understatement, bro. 800 is
Damn,
like
man.
less than
yeah.
one.
So
Went
so
25%, man, of your current salary.
do I regret it? No, like if you ask me.
No, it's the experience, right?
Yeah,
It's
man. Yeah, man.
definitely the experience.
So for anybody, right? Like everybody always say, so should I become a barista or should I go to Starbucks? Of course, man. This is in fact the route that I always recommend people to do.
Go to Starbucks first.
Go to Starbucks first. Why? Because they have a proper training system
Oh.
for every single individual. Here's the thing. If you think about it, it makes sense. Starbucks has been around for, especially globally,
Fucking
60
long.
years.
Yeah.
Right? So in 60 years around the world, they have trained thousands, if not millions of people. They have trained introverts, they have trained extroverts, they have trained people that like to talk, people that are shy, people that are, you don't know how to make eye contact, whatever it is, they have the training system. Is it so for you to start off in F&B line to get an idea of what you are expecting, you see, in the service industry, go to Starbucks. They will train you because it is requirement for them to train every barista.
Wow.
Because they need to maintain the branding status, which is customer service.
Right.
You see, in all Starbucks outlet, they take customer service very seriously. In fact, if you guys write a complaint right now, someone will reply you.
No
In the
fucking
email.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you email them, they will reply you because they treat and when you email to them, they will find out which store make that mistake and they will ask the store manager to, give a after sales.
Report that.
Yeah, report and then also like to contact the customer, to give voucher codes of redeem or whatever.
Wow.
That is how serious they take their customer service level. Really.
If I email them like, my name is Saravanan, your barista, right? My name is
Yeah, can you please do something about it?
Bro, I don't know. Later they'll be like, oh, is it? Okay. Then they send picture to you, then send everything. Then the outlet manager's going to look, okay, is this the motherfucker? Like, next time you come and order, right? Here's my voucher. I want to buy my fucking coffee. Bro, he's like, oh, okay, I make for you.
So, but it's normal, really. So that's the funny thing about Starbucks is that they treat their customer service so seriously, the customer service training, that every barista has a training system that works for them.
That's incredible though.
Yeah, they want everyone. If you notice, like every outlet they go, right? Every outlet that you go, they greet the same way. Hello, hi, welcome to Starbucks. Why? It's part of the system.
Wow.
It's part of you being Starbucks. You're wearing the brand.
Sidetrack a bit, right? Do they train everybody this method, like the barista method, or you can just be cashier, or you can just be...
No, they train everybody.
So even the
Even the
cleaners,
part-timers,
all
yeah,
you get the same
are
shit,
trained. Yeah, you get the same training because they want to make sure that whoever that's behind the bar, you are carrying the brand properly.
Oh, interesting.
You see? Yeah.
That is
so,
crazy.
And that training is 3 months. The full training is 3 months. So here's the thing, you see. So everybody say like, okay, so how should I start? You start from Starbucks. Give yourself 6 months. Give yourself 6 months. Why? 3 months of training. Another 3 months on the job. Okay, so you get to learn like from your seniors. You get to work with different people. They will teach you about how do you open a cafe, how do you do your closing tasks, workflow management, barista schedule, costing and everything. So once you're done with that, then after 6 months, you decide, okay, should I go the corporate route? Which is because Starbucks is always opening new stores. So you always have the opportunity to promote yourself to supervisors or store managers or regional managers. So that's the corporate route. Or you kind of feel like, nah, I like cafe, I like pouring latte art. Let's go the cafe route.
The operational...
Yeah, then you quit and then you join the individual cafes or whatever, and then you grow all the brands that are independent cafes.
Oh, independent-wise. Okay.
Yeah, so that is 2 routes available. Is it for everybody that aspire to be a good barista?
And they pay you during the training.
Yeah, they pay you during training.
Wow, bro.
It's part of the training.
It's like go school and then they pay you to go school.
Yeah,
That's quite mad.
so it's worth it. It's worth it. It's totally worth it for everyone. And Starbucks has good staff retention program. They actually pay you well. They have a lot of benefits. They have a lot of career progression and all. So a lot of people, because here's the thing, in the third wave movement or independent cafe, if you go talk to any of the barista, they just ditch Starbucks a lot. They hate the brand. Why? Because we know that they're not using good great coffees and their macchiato are serving in a big cup. You see, but in Italy, a macchiato is a tiny cup, So we can't like make fun of them, we poke at them. But if we think about it, without Starbucks, the culture of Western coffee won't spread as fast and as much that we can.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, if you ask our parents, right? Hey, Dad, have you drink a latte before? And they look at you, what?
Yeah. Unless they study overseas.
Yeah, at least they study overseas, but how many of them have the opportunity?
Hey, you mind if I take one?
Hey, cheers, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Michael brought this coffee for us today.
It is magnificent.
It's really good. It tastes like caramel.
I think
caramel
the
popcorn.
casing looks great as well.
Yeah, man.
Like
caramel popcorn.
Yeah,
you,
JWC Roastery.
So question, right? If Starbucks is kind of like the academy in a way where they train, is it the same for like Coffee Bean and San Francisco Coffee and all the
I'm
other?
not sure.
We're not sure,
I'm not
lah.
sure.
But
Yeah,
Starbucks is usually the go-to, lah, right?
Yes, for me.
Then if that's the case, right? If you go, so what I know you do, your wholesaler, you work for JWC. It's part of a cafe as well where you educate people and everything. What's the difference between the education at Starbucks and the education you receive at JWC then?
I would say is the difference is in Starbucks, you learn how to be a barista. Okay, you learn how to be a customer agent. You know, how can you give your best service? Not because of Starbucks, but because you genuinely really want to make the customer happy.
Oh,
You see,
okay.
so this is where you receive the training in Starbucks. They will teach you like eye contact. Okay, so to be honest, before Starbucks, I wasn't like this. Like I'm very shy. I cannot like just sit down and just talk anything. You know, and really it's because of Starbucks.
No way, bro.
Yeah,
Serious,
man, serious. Yeah, like they know if they know that you are shy, they will assign what we call the buddy system. They will assign a senior to be by your side every time you take orders at the cashier. So that senior is tasked with like, okay, so you see the customer, he will say, greet customer. Hi, welcome to Starbucks. Okay, ask them what they want. Hi, how can I help you? So they will slowly teach you and just be there to support you that one day you are able to handle the cashier alone.
It's like
As in-
it's kind of like they hold your hand a bit. And
Yes,
Then,
buddy system. So this is also a system that I use in my own training where in latte art, I will assign a senior and then we kind of like just hold hands together and all. So, but that is the thing. This kind of training, right? You cannot find in independent cafes.
because there's no time.
There's no time. Independent cafe, all their mind is like, oh, MCO is here. How can I survive? You know, like what should I do, man? What are the marketing strategies? What's the rental? You know,
have to
should I
do
talk
a
to my
lot.
landlord? Yeah, it's a lot of things to think about. So they don't really pay a lot of attention in the service side. But what you get the training from the independent cafes or what like wholesale, what we are doing now is we will teach you on the product knowledge. So we teach you like, okay, how can you make your coffees and minimize wastage? Because the thing with training is that, let's face it, the reason why people go through training is to minimize mistake. Right? The lesser mistake you make, the more
Yeah.
money you make.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
And with
right?
knowledge you have, you
With
will
knowledge, yeah. With knowledge, you just minimize mistakes. You see? So that's why these are the things that we teach our baristas so that whoever that's using JWC coffee, you minimize wastage, we help the cafe owners to earn more in return.
I
Is
see.
it? So that is the kind of product knowledge that we are sharing.
Interesting.
I actually see that a lot in Malaysia. You know, I feel that operationally, a lot of Malaysians are damn fucking good at their job. Like they are damn efficient. They know how to save time. They're like, hey, bro, we just do it this way. It's faster. But then what I feel is lacking, right? And I think Andrew can attest to this as well, is customer service. Actually, I feel now when you do mention this, right? Only Starbucks is good. I mean, not only like only a handful of places have very good service.
Yes.
A lot of them are just very good at their job. Like you go to a Hami place, the Hami is probably damn good, but auntie damn rude to you.
Yep.
Same thing like you go Penang, order char kway teow, the guy tell you to fuck off, but actually char kway teow is damn good.
You go to Char Kway Teow and you're like, can I add one more egg? You look at you and say, what? 5 ringgit.
Kamelan, fuck off.
No egg added. No, I cook the original.
Yeah. It's so now that you say that, it actually is like eye opening. We are not very good at customer service.
Yes.
Only like a handful. Like I go to Onitsuka and KLCC, that guy there is god tier like customer service. He can take out 10 pairs of shoes, damn nice. He'll recommend you all this, damn good. But when you go to like, let's say, I don't know, it's just shoe comparison, Asics, literally across customer service is shite.
I
Most
think
places is
it's
shite.
It's most of the brand lah.
Most brands
if
are
you're
actually
gonna
quite
pay
shite,
premium, it's not the item, it's the customer service.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
go to excuse, you're gonna pay $50, you get what's worth $50.
But don't-
Selamat datang.
You know what? Okay,
Selamat
so
datang
I know
Malaysia.
we're sidetracking, but this is my experience,
Yeah.
right? Last time when mom gave me the BMW, right, and it's not a new BMW lah, it's an old BMW. Okay, when you go for service, right, don't you think the service is fucking rude?
That's terrible.
BMW service, right? What car do you drive? Just
Drive a Honda.
okay.
Yes.
So
Power of
I know you like.
I like Honda. Yes.
Wow, you even know that detail, huh?
Bro, I listened to the podcast, man. I listened the whole thing, bro.
Power
He's a
of
car
dreams.
guy, bro.
Yes.
it's a car guy.
man. He's a car
It's a
guy.
car guy.
I like this guy
But-
already.
If you go to BMW service, it's terrible, bro. It's so bad. But now I think the Proton one has picked up a lot. So I'm driving a Proton now. And the service is damn good. At least for me lah. And I can see, so I don't know about the money part, bro. It's just that some people are just damn good. Some people are just damn charred, bro, with service.
Maybe on the day you just went, the guy has had a bad day lah.
Bro, I had to be in there for like 3-4 years. All damn bad.
Just
Your Mini also that time, right?
Horrendous.
bad day lah.
Bro.
Can I
It's
also
damn-
just say my Proton Service Center is fucking shite.
Oh, is it? It's shite lah.
it?
Shite. You send me your contact to yours, I give up already.
Oh, I give you my contact. But my Proton service is damn good. And
Is that?
yeah, after I go shopping with Jen as well, I realized that KLCC has very good service. Pavilion as well. I mean, generally speaking, not all. And I think it's because of international market. So if you go to, like,
Probably,
let's say,
yeah.
if you go to Mid Valley, or maybe One U, or I don't rant a bit, the One Utama Uniqlo, it's the most kuku chow service I've ever received in my life,
Serious,
bro. Serious. Until now, I still can't remember how bad it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You know what? I know it's sidetracking a lot, but Jen was trying on a shirt and they had lipstick on it. And then she said, then they saw, hey, you got lipstick. Jen was like, bro, I'm not even wearing lipstick. You can search my whole fucking bag, there's no lipstick. There's lipstick here, I didn't know there's lipstick. And they said you had to pay for the shirt.
So you all pay?
Oh shit, do you guys pay?
Jen was like, are you fucking? I'm not wearing lipstick. Then I just told her, I'm like, yeah, I'll pay for it, fuck it.
You should have paid. You should have 5 for it, man.
No
You
lah.
should email them, man.
I think so, man.
To me,
Bro, I would have paid shit. I'll make a scene right
I was
there,
so pissed
Oh
that
my
day,
God.
but at the same time, I just didn't want confrontation. So I just like, I was damn tired. I'm like, fuck it. It was
Also, you realize that this is like a Malaysian culture thing,
Yes.
right? I don't even notice. Malaysian
Yes.
culture in the sense that we always try to avoid trouble.
Yeah.
You kind of like, it's like, nah, tapala, you know, like, just get it done, you know,
How
whatever.
much
It's
was
like
the shirt? $5 is it?
No. It was like 30 ringgit or some shit like that. lah. And I just, okay, so it was early in my relationship with her. I think it was like 2017, that type of shit. I just wanted to look, I don't want to have any fights. I don't have confrontations. I buy the shirt, fuck it, you can throw it away.
That
so I
was
don't give a
5
shit.
years ago, bro.
I know, but every time we go back there as well, it's just not the same.
Understand.
When you go
you
to
kind of like have a perception on the service. And
I think it's because I had good service. So if you go to Bangsa Village, Uniqlo, wow, damn good, bro. I go there, I look at the shirt. He was like, bro, have you tried our Airism shirt? I noticed you're wearing normal Uniqlo shirt. I'm like, first of all, I don't know how the fuck you notice. This shirt is like worn out like fuck already, okay? Then he's like, I noticed because, right, the shape is this type of shape. I fold it all the time, I know. You should try the Airism. It's thicker material. Bro, I tried. I'm like, you sold it to me, bro. I buy 5.
nice.
I'm fucking happy because he treat me like
Easy
Respect.
target.
he
bro.
know. Yeah, he know.
No, he respect. He
And
knows
in-
how to sell, bro.
Yeah,
He
and-
knows how to sell.
You know, when I go to I love Onitsuka, the shoes. I love it a lot. I just like the shape. I like the design, everything. I like the fit.
Maybe
I-
because it's Japan.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
That's the first point. That's the first
hold
point.
on,
That's the
hold
first
on.
Yeah, yeah.
You can ask Andrew. You can ask Andrew. In 2011, we went to America. The first thing my mom asked me, what you want to buy when you're here to get ready when you move in? What did I say? I said Onitsuka shoes. Do you remember?
We walk fucking far.
We walked damn far just to get
Just to get
Onitsuka.
Nesca shoes.
Okay, and the time we haven't go Japan yet. Just to set the expectation. I just like Onitsuka prior to Japan. Anyway,
Let's be a tiger.
yeah.
It's a different league. It's a different league. I go to Bata, you know.
I mean, it's up to you. lah.
But do you know that Bata has some of the
Yo,
best
they have good,
sandals, bro?
good shoes.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Good
Sandals are
sandals.
good, bro.
quality, it's
Their
good
sandals
quality.
are good quality, bro.
good
It's
quality.
no joke, man.
I really
Mahate
don't know.
endorses it.
I don't know who the hell.
Remember that there was news that Mahate was wearing those?
Yeah, there was a
The
news a couple
sandals
of
are
years
good.
ago.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell says that Bata are bad, and then they came out with a slogan called "Buy and throw away" or some shit.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
the primary school
But
thing.
what the fuck, bro? Bata is pretty decent, man.
It's really decent.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
it's Italian actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to Milan. I saw Bata. I'm like, her so cheap. Then my friend looked at me like, you know, it's pretty good, you know. So anyway, the Onitsuka one, right?
Yeah.
Over in Malaysia, most Onitsuka stores, not the KLCC one. The KLCC one is very good. Mid Valley one, you know, even the Pavilion Onitsuka store. Service is fucking shite, you know. It's so bad, you know. Until every time I walk by, I want to go, I'm like, no lah, the service is not worth it lah, bro. I only go to the KLCC one. But when you go to Japan, right, the fucker bow at you and say thank you for wearing your shoes.
Bro, that's at Japan,
But bro, that's Japan.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to go back to the Uniqlo
yeah.
thing.
That's
And the
right.
Uniqlo thing, the guy noticed I'm wearing the Uniqlo shirt, and that's it's kind
He
of
knows
nice.
how to sell. Yeah, he
Yeah,
knows how
I
to
mean,
sell.
it's not like you need to be a scientist to figure this out, you know. You see the design also, you know that, I mean, it's a Uniqlo shirt, I've seen it before, so you know you recommend this one. You don't need to oversell it to me. You can just be a cool bro and be like, I know you're wearing, like, you should try this shirt if you haven't tried it, it's pretty good. I'll be like, thanks, man.
Nice.
It's that whole, like, personal touch. I think they're happy.
Right.
But most of Malaysia, I feel, most stores don't have that.
I don't know which store you go, but so far recently in the coming months, the customer service has been great.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just my experiences lah.
Yeah,
That
but
one.
if I walk to a five ringgit hawker I don't expect to get bowness and like, thank you for coming.
Except
and
if you
shit
go
like that.
Juhing, bro. You go
Yeah.
Juhing.
I go Juhing, the lady, she's pretty decent lah, but there are pretty not cool thing, but I just don't give a damn simply because I just want the food.
Oh, for me, I care a
Right.
lot about the service. I really enjoy good service, especially when I get to learn about the product. So if the guy like at KLCC, he tells me, "Shit, bro, you Onitsuka shoe, right? You don't buy the made in Indonesia. You buy the made in Vietnam. It's better quality." I'm like,
Your soul, man, I think, right?
I'm like, how you know? He said, you look at the stitching, I show you. Then he compare both. You see this one? They use the string to stitch. This one is glue. So after a while, right, you walk in the water, it'll come out. They're like, motherfucker, this guy damn genius.
So why only school are selling that type of shoe? That's the question.
No, because it's a different tier and it's a different design. So the Vietnam one, I don't like the design, but I like the Indonesian design. So in the end, I buy the Indonesia one. So he just told me like, if you want long term, you buy the Vietnam one. I'm like, wow, thanks for telling me, bro.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I like this type of thing. Maybe not everybody is like that, but I kind of like that.
Maybe all of this. Sorry. What you
Yeah,
saying?
I don't think it's you either are good at servicing or not. My sense is, so you see that relationship where in international markets the service tends to be better compared to local markets. I think this is more tied to the wages people earn. The wages
maybe?
of like frontline service labor here is generally very low, probably not even enough to sustain a full
true.
life. Whereas if you worked in Starbucks in the US, more than enough to pay your rent, even have savings probably.
Yeah. True.
So that there's a
Symptom of the ringgit and the
correct
strength of the
then
economy.
based on your hierarchy of needs, you're over here, you're in survival mode. Ma.
Yeah.
Halan, you think of service, fuck off. I'm trying to put my nasi lemak on the table only. What,
Yeah. True.
right?
True.
In the US, I have all the luxury in the world, for example. So it's probably because of that. That's
Even
my
the
sense.
the most remote areas, like you go to like road trip in the middle of nowhere, guy probably has damn good service compared to like a lot.
Probably.
Yeah. over
Man,
here.
sometimes the mama give you the best service.
Yeah, mama
bro.
also give good
My
service.
goodness,
It's
man.
like because he remembers you.
You order champagne, he comes here next second, bro.
Ajimal, 10
Yeah,
minutes
like-
later.
Sometimes you just need to walk in the store. You look at him.
You know,
look at him.
I'm very amazed of like mamas, right? They can remember all the drinks without a POS, bro.
1 terabyte.
My goodness.
Not all the time, lah.
One
but
terabyte.
most of the
Salute,
time.
bro, really. I salute, man.
race, ma
It's like,
race.
my goodness.
Yeah, my girlfriend does it too. She owns a kopitiam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, I remember everything.
Like,
man.
you remember everything.
Yeah.
I always amazed with people like that. I'm like, wow, how the hell they do it? Like they have this
Yeah.
safe.
Actually, that one I feel can because you see the guy's face in a way. It's kind of like, hawker store. And then you go there. And then, auntie, got whatever, right? Like, chi chong fan. She just look at you. Chobino, sit over there. Okay. You're like, face, order, location, register.
Yeah, that one is like, you do it in like one person is fine.
Yeah.
But I walk
Multiple.
with her. I walk with her in a mall, right? We go to like 1U, for example. Her store is in PJ. She knows basically every goddamn person in PJ already at this point. So when we go to 1U, she walks past people, right? She'll normally tell me, oh, I know this fella's my customer. This fella's my customer.
Yeah.
Fucker can tell me, this fella, tu taping, kosong.
That's ice.
Kopi O panas. I'm like, this one come only Wednesdays or whatever lah, right? Or come twice a week. Knows exactly everything at such a high volume.
It's the face, bro. It's
Yeah,
the
man.
face. I think it's
Crazy.
just
Really,
that.
But when you go mama, you go at night, bro.
True lah.
That's the thing, bro. My
Cannot see
goodness,
Boyge only,
man.
that's why.
No, I think I love it because when they remember the face, it doesn't need to be the whole American hospitality. I don't need the whole shebang. I just need you to look at me and be like, bro,
I gotcha.
I gotcha.
Gotcha.
I go to Juhing, the guy look at me from fucking like 5 shop road away. He look at me. Eye contact established. He like, not hit. I just, 2. Then he like, means ikat mati. I'm like, confirm. I by that I reach there.
Damn, son.
It's 2 drinks there already. I just hand him my thanks, bro. See you tomorrow. That's what I want. As long as you remember me, right? And I understand that most shops when you go there, they don't remember you because it's first time and all that. But I don't need like extravagant service. I just feel like a little bit goes a long way. And if you did something small, like I recommend this lah, I will go back there already. Like the Bangsa Village one, I'll probably go back there to buy only because I know the guy there. Maybe it's the environment that shapes the person as well. It's not just the wage. If the environment had a good boss,
Probably, yeah.
and the guy is like, my boss shows a very good example. My manager is a very good example. He knows about the products. I want to convey that this outlet is a very knowledgeable outlet. I think a lot of customers will go back. It's long-term thinking, It's instead of them only realizing it's just, I only work here temporarily. I was listening to this podcast. I was going to recommend it to you, but I totally forgot. It's called A Diary of a CEO. And he interviewed this man who created Pret. Have you heard of Pret?
No.
What, Pret a Manger?
Yeah, Pret a Manger. It's kind of like a healthier McDonald's in the UK. It started in the UK and they have like hundreds of outlets lah, right? And this guy, when he created it, he always said that actually I don't care about the numbers. And I know people are gonna hate me for this because I work with a lot of finance people and they say the numbers matter. But he says that I want to make the people that work for me feel as if they're working for the business. So the structure of Pret, right, is they sell sandwiches and coffee. It's damn simple. Like everybody can sell sandwiches and coffee if you think about it. Like if you pitch that idea to any investor, the guy will be like, bro, it's been done. You know?
Done and dusted.
Clearly.
Right? Like clearly, right? And this guy is like, no, my concept is very simple. I want to sell sandwiches and coffee, but I only serve fresh sandwiches and coffee. And the sandwiches that are made on that day will only be served that day. If it's not sold by 8 p.m. that day, everything goes to charity. I don't care. Everything goes to charity. Next day, it will come for that day. And they're like, bro, this is a loss. We're going to lose money doing this. He's like, I don't care. Because if I were to do this, people would feel empowered when they make the sandwiches. And if you made those sandwiches for that day only, you know you're delivering the best possible quality, including coffee or whatever, you know. And he, not only that, he even one-up himself, right? He said, whoever works in that outlet, right, you're allowed to give per person, let's say 3 of us are working in that place, each person is allowed 10 to 15 free items a day. That means you can give it to someone. You just have to register in the till only. Like today I gave away a free sandwich. Because if the guy is feeling like, let's say a customer come in, right, he feels like shit, right? You're like, bro, why the long face lah? It's like, no, I just got laid off. You know what, just take a sandwich lah.
Wow.
Oh, that's damn smart.
That's fun.
Then he's like, I know it's a loss, but I've built such a strong fucking community at that place, right?
Yep.
That person will forever come back to that place.
Yeah, man.
Open hundreds of outlets. Open in New York. Open in Singapore.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they're in Singapore too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pret MRJ is in Singapore.
Oh.
And I'm just like, damn, this guy is fucking brilliant, bro. And when I
It's
was
building a culture.
yeah, he
Yeah,
said,
it's building a
I just
culture.
want you to love people. And when you fight for like a certain thing that you believe in, that you know is good lah.
Yes.
Like this podcast, I feel like we have these conversations so people know about these stories.
Yep.
They know about information. They can take it, and if they don't want to take it, it's up to them. But if you have good intentions, it will always return.
Yes.
And I feel like that element is missing a lot in Malaysia.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know, because people always try to empower their employees, but they're not very empowered. It's so sad.
Empowered with numbers.
Yeah,
True.
it's so.
But numbers is very frustrating because it's when you see like when MCO hits, right? And then the numbers
it matters.
then it's like, oh shit, you know, like but okay. Speaking of like you do it because you love people. This one I have a story. And this is how I kind of like give a tagline to myself. Yeah, I say, okay, barista for life. It's because of this incident. This one incident that happened. So I was still in Starbucks. It was early morning. I still remember. So I was working the shift, and then usually because back then I was a junior, I haven't yet promoted. So when I was a junior, there will always be a supervisor that opens the store together with me. So it so happened that morning, the supervisor decided I don't know where she go toilet or something like that. So I was managing the bar all by myself, and then this Ang Mo came in. You know, Berjaya Times Square, it's office. You know, a lot of people in and out. So he came. And he was looking like really just long face and moody and all. So he decided to sit in front of the couch. Then I greet him as per normal Starbucks employee. Hi, welcome to Starbucks. Then he looked at me, he was like, and then I'm like, okay, shit. Like, that's awkward, never mind. So he sit down, he take a seat at the couch. He's sitting there. Then something hit my mind. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make him an Americano. I'm going to make him the big cup one. Why? Because I kind of felt like he's having a bad day lah. Probably give him a cup of coffee, you know. And Ang Mo usually drink Americano. By then I kind of like already you have served a lot of people. Yeah, you kind of like okay, you know, like normally Ang Mo's drink Americano hot.
Is it because it's American?
That is how the word came about, bro. Yeah, like Americano is like because of World War II. World War II, Americans they went to Italy for war, and then they kind of felt like the local espresso too cow, so they put water in, diluted, then they name it Americano.
Wow.
Patriotism right there.
Yeah, shit. It's a fun fact, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
Piccolo is because of Dragon Ball.
Wait.
Really? No, I'm joking. No. Okay.
So yeah. So I decided to make him the cup of coffee. Then I bring it over to the table. And I was like, "Hi, sir. You know, notice that you seems like you're having a bad day and all. You know, but it's alright. Here is a cup of coffee. It's on me. I hope it makes your day well. You know, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be at the bar.
Oh, you make him a free coffee,
Yeah, make him a free coffee.
That's your-
Even at Starbucks, bro.
Gee, bro. Next time I'll go
Shit,
inside
man.
coffee shop, I'm going to look damn upset.
You're really,
Hopefully I get free coffee.
Hopefully, huh?
Yeah.
If anyone will give you customer service, bro.
Yeah, I wait for that.
So I do that, and then the guy looked up to me, and then he was crying.
Wow,
Crying.
oh my
He was dropping
God.
tears. And then he was crying. And then he was like, and then he word for word, this like real thing. He was like, son, thank you for this because I just got laid off this morning.
Oh my God.
I mean, not cool, but okay.
And he was like, I love the way you smile. Please maintain the kindness.
Damn.
And then I walk away, I myself, and then on the way back to the bar, I was like crying, I was like, oh shit, what just happened? And then it got to hit me. It hit me in the sense that I realized this is how, in a way, influential or powerful this beverage is.
What the
That I
think it
can
was
connect to people
via the drink?
via the drink. Like, I don't know you, but you see how the way we have conversed?
Yeah.
It's like we have known each other for like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like so comfortable.
Yeah.
But if not because of this cup of coffee, I wouldn't sit down with you. Like, you don't see accountants sitting down with your accountants and kind of like, hey, let's check out the P&L. How's your calculations lately? Let's get a
Balance or
calculator
not?
throw down. Okay,
Balance or not?
bro, it's not it doesn't happen. But we can sit down like, bro, you drink Zeus coffee? Yeah, bro, I love it, bro. Like, okay. Hey, bro, I tell you what, JWC better. Hey, shh. So kind of thing. So that is that. Then I realized that, so through a cup of coffee, I can make someone's day better. Then I since then I tell myself, whatever happens, barista for life. Yeah, that is how I can believe that even though despite I take the ditch in pay, I can still make it over because I can always rebuild a community.
That's true.
Love.
Yeah, and that is how I make the switch from my previous employment to current. My mindset is that, that I can always rebuild a community because I know that I can gauge someone through
This
kindness and customer service. I don't need numbers to prove anything. Because the numbers is only there. It doesn't give you anything. But if you really want to excel in the food and beverage industry, you need to love people and you need to know that you are connecting through this, it's not a trade.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm trading something with you, like, no, it's not. It's this.
It's also a connecting point, right? If you think about it, food and drink, it's like, I think it's like deep in the recesses of our mind, right? Like caveman type of thing. If you were to bump in another community and then you
share food,
you
right?
share food, right? Like let's say
Yeah.
agriculturally also. Like the guy has rice and you have vegetables and that shit, then let's trade.
Yeah, let's trade. Like,
And then you feel as if I can trust. And
Yes.
then there is this bond. And I think that's
Yes.
kind
I
of
thought
what
it was gold though.
I mean, either way lah, but like I think it's the act, right? It's the
Yes.
act of the trade, right? Then you feel as if you can trust.
I mean, like we go to Chennai, you got Chao Chow. It's a good
Wow.
trade,
That's
good
great.
trade, bro.
Yeah.
Or maybe hot pot with roti canai.
Oh, hot! Wow.
Shit.
Oh, that sounds damn good, bro. Like you can dip that shit into mala.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should dial back to your career a little bit lah. So after Starbucks, where did you move to?
Wait.
Or what?
So you guys intentionally spell the name wrong? I have not gotten my answer yet.
True.
Okay, even myself, I get my name spelled wrongly.
So you
as well.
spell Mike wrongly.
No,
M-I-C-K.
like they will ask me like, okay, so what's your name? And then because I know there's a lot of Mike, so I kind of like just call me Michael. And when you say Michael, right, you'll be surprised
Some
that
people spell you Michelle.
people spell Michelle, Micheal.
You're buta huruf or what?
And then
Michael,
my name
Michael is two.
two. Yeah, there's two different spellings. Like in French they spell it EAL.
Yeah.
But
Like-
in English spell it AEL.
Yeah.
None of which equate to Michelle though.
No,
And
but
they pronounce it like
Michelle, yeah.
and you know what? The baristas will always say, "I got a caramel latte for Michelle."
then you know it's
I'm
yours.
like,
lah.
yeah, that's my Michael, by the way. Cheers.
I'm China,
story,
bro.
sir.
I'm
Yeah.
China.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think it's like just misspelling lah. Just misspelling.
Oh, so it's just
typo.
misspelling, and
yeah,
then
just
eventually it
typo.
became a thing.
Was,
No lah,
was it
not really
crowded?
lah.
Was it crowded?
Yeah, maybe it's
Was
too
it
noisy.
busy? Like it was like crowd, like people coming in.
Sarah
and
and China is different, you know.
No, but was it crowded?
it's okay.
It was okay lah.
Yeah.
I actually have a trick, right? That so I traveled a lot prior to COVID for work, and every time I order something, right, I always make sure I look the guy dead in the eye when I say my order and I say my name. I always make sure because I don't want the guy to fuck up my order. It's always guaranteed. And so one time I was having breakfast with my friend Jeff, in Bali
Yeah.
at a hotel. My name Jie. And then he ordered a coffee. He was eating. So, can I have one flat white? Then I just looked at the guy. I looked at the lady who was taking the order. I was like, I want a very hot latte. Okay.
Very hot. latte.
Yeah, I just looked at it. I want a very hot latte. And maybe it's because Jeff was midway eating or whatever, right? I made sure I looked at her dead in the eye, you know. I want a hot latte. She's like, okay. She forgot his order. Do you remember what I said? What Jeff ordered?
No.
Exactly. That's my point. You gotta be damn fucking serious when you order. You look like, I really want my fucking order. Then she remember one.
But she forgot Jeff's.
Yeah.
Because Jeff didn't do that.
No, it's because you did it that she forgot.
You scared her, bro. You scared her, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
If both of you said it normally, you
okay,
get both right.
So when the order came, right, my hot latte came, Jeff's order didn't come, you know. Then Jeff's like, what the fuck? I forgot my order. Then I'm like, Jeff, you have to look her dead. Yeah, bro.
But here's the thing. I think Starbucks sometimes, right? I think the misspelling is in a way psychologically working.
It's just so that you can do marketing.
You see, he can
can talk
remember.
about it,
He can talk about it. You know, it leaves the impression that, do you know, I got that experience in Starbucks.
You got played, boy.
Yeah, man.
bro, you are the marketing, bro.
Yeah, you are the marketing. Yeah, it could be.
Fuck her, I should have charged that.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm
much
doing
better
branding
sponsors.
for them.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna find them for sponsorship shit right now. Yeah, I'm doing free sponsorship.
But
for
it's a
them.
worldwide thing though, I
Yeah.
think the Starbucks thing. It's a worldwide thing. I got a feeling it's like a thing.
Now it's like they purposely going to spell wrongly. Like they have a ledger like how many name you can spell wrongly.
I think there's an
quota.
Instagram that does this as well, like an accumulation of everybody's like wrong.
Like wrong names.
Yeah. Even McDonald's has mixing it. Have you ever heard of mixing it?
What's a mixing it?
When the burger is not aligned.
Oh, bro, shit. Let me show
Oh
you.
shit, man.
Let me show you, bro.
Some stories, bro.
What's a mixing it lah?
What's a mixing it?
Mixing it is an Instagram.
Oh, serious? Oh,
Yeah,
the burger
in
is like
Malaysia.
not aligned.
Bro, don't say align, bro. Like, sometimes it's like no burger. Look at this. It's like shaved off. Like, look at this fillet.
Oh my goodness.
Like, bro.
Shit, it's actually a thing, man.
Bro, it's damn bad. It's just an accumulation of posts. Look at this, dude. This is like a staircase, bro.
Bro, why he got two fillet though?
Yeah, man. Double fillet.
Oh, double fillet.
Double
Bro,
fillet.
look at
Where's
this
the
one.
stuff? Where's the stuff?
This one don't even have the fillet, bro.
This one you just forgot like you henke lah.
Mixing it, eh?
See?
I didn't know they even have a community for this.
Yeah, it's just fucked up McDonald's burgers. Look at this. Look at these pickles. My God, the
I feel
ketchup.
this one's still not bad actually.
Where's the
Quite good.
patty though?
No, I don't know that one. I also forgot already. Maybe it's up there, stuck to the cheese.
What's with the hash brown?
One looks
One looks bigger, one looks...
upper.
When you find the perfect someone, you find perfection in their imperfection.
What's the imperfection?
What's the imperfect? It's smaller, is it?
Smaller lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, fun fact lah. So I think they have a Starbucks one as well. It's just I don't know what it is. I know mixing it is damn funny lah.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe we move to the. I was going to ask you. So we backtrack a
Yup.
bit, right?
Yup.
You're at Starbucks, and then
Yup.
which place did you move to for? You moved to work with Michael Wilson, huh?
Yes.
What was his place called at the time?
And that cafe is called RAW, Raw KL.
Why so familiar?
Raw KL.
Is it
At
still around?
Wisma Equity. Nah, they closed down.
Raw
Yeah,
KL.
Raw KL. Raw Coffee KL. You have to type Raw Coffee KL. So Raw Coffee KL, opposite of KLCC, just beside Avenue K.
I see.
Oh, downtown.
Yeah, so it's really close
that's
lah.
really
Yeah, so they are the first specialty coffee roasters here in Malaysia. So roast for who? Roast for artisan roast. So the artisan roast or Three Little Birds.
Oh.
Yeah, Three Little Birds, the one in Sentoh. So it's all under the same group, under the
Oh,
same
okay,
people
okay.
that does it.
I see.
Three Little Birds is also at Desa Park City, right? I think.
Yeah, but they closed that one down.
Oh, they closed it.
Yeah, they closed that one down. So now Three Little Birds only have in Sentoh. And then the same group of people also open One Half and Dodo Bake.
Oh, it's the same group.
Yeah, same.
Wow, they are gods, bro.
Bro, are you serious? One Half and Dodo,
Yeah.
they open by them also. Ah?
One of the director lah.
What am I missing?
The director.
Wow, well done.
Bro, One
One of
Half and
director.
Dodo is god tier pastries, bro.
But One Half and Dodo is the same owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the One Half and Dodo share the same director as Three Little Birds. One of the directors.
Oh, I see.
Oh, but the owner of both is still the same, different guy lah.
yeah.
I
Very
feel
impressive.
I feel that Dodo's architecture is so nice. It's like it makes you.
He
feel
has
as if-
a very rusty and then like a bit minimalist here.
I think rustic is kind of like Bean Brothers in
Okay, yeah.
you know
PJ.
like the
yeah.
whole industrial thing, but Dodo feels as if like Scandinavian. Don't you feel like when you go there, it feels like you're in Norway type of
It
shit?
makes me feel like I'm in heaven. Right?
It's your spot.
Right? It's like
It's your
natural
spot.
light.
Yeah, natural light.
everything's
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
clean.
That's right. The
Yeah.
plants.
Yeah,
the landscape.
right.
The
Even
landscape.
The bread display is so inviting.
Yeah.
That when you enter, it's like welcome.
Where's this place?
In fact, Dodo started the whole trend of, you have plants and stone and landscape in your compound, like cafe. They were the first to actually.
Bro, tell me
start
this doesn't look Scandinavian, bro. This looks like you're in Norway and then you
Yeah,
go in
some-
somewhere.
yeah.
Like Copenhagen coffee.
something like Copenhagen. Yeah.
Yeah, but this doesn't do it full justice because
There's no
normally the bread is like full.
Yeah, it's like all the way, bro. It's like
Yeah.
all the way.
yeah, man.
No. It's like, but it's more than this, lah.
It's more than that now. Yeah, that's right.
But Dodo was damn nice. I just feel like so expensive. Dodo is so expensive.
Bro,
You are-
one half is the most expensive.
Is it? It's more expensive than Dodo.
It's damn painful. I went in, bought a hot latte and some version of a croissant, 34 ringgit.
Bro.
I look at it, I'm like, whew.
Chill, bro.
Yes, I'm taking a loan, BRB. Let me call my Along real quick.
34 bucks.
Yeah,
But PJ is, for PJ, it's so damn expensive. Like,
it's painful.
Alhamdulillah, who's that man?
oh shit. Look,
Oh man.
who is that guy? It's so fucking familiar.
Oi,
It's like
Jonathan.
looking in the mirror,
Oh
bro.
my goodness. All right.
Yeah, but I think Dodo is
So
still
you can
good
have a
lah.
look at that photo.
This
right
one?
there. Yeah. So the one with the long hair, that's one of the director.
Oh.
That's Joey Ma. Yeah.
Shit.
Considered as another godfather in the coffee industry in Malaysia.
I feel like you all should have an association.
We have actually.
Is it?
Yeah, we have what we call the MSCA, the Specialty Malaysia Coffee Association.
What?
Yeah, so we actually have an association of coffee.
Well, what do y'all do in the association?
Talk about coffee.
I don't know, man. so they host competition,
Oh, I see, I see,
they
I
host
see.
competitions. They help organize the champion to represent Malaysia to compete in the worlds.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah,
see.
we have a World Barista Championship. It's like an Olympic thing, So every year, the champion of your country are able to represent and then they compete. Fun fact, again, Malaysia
Won.
was 2017, if I'm not mistaken, 2017 World Latte Art Champion.
2017 world champion.
World champion.
see
like
the-
we have the owner, one of the co-founder of 103 Coffee Workshop,
Oh shit! In Sipitadeng.
Irvin. Yeah, that's right. So
What
he
art we
won the world
Let's see what's the art that made us won.
Latte Art Champion.
Arnold.
17 or 18.
Oh,
18.
18. Yeah, the next year.
Irvin Quack.
Irving Quick.
That's a guy or a girl?
That's the guy.
Oh.
That's right. So that's
This
the
guy?
Shit, bro, he made a dolphin way.
No, he made hornbill.
Bro,
the
that's a
year
panda
the year
eating
that
a-
he won, he made a hornbill.
Hornbill.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
he
some
made
Sarawak bird, yeah.
Yeah. So that
Is this Sarawak?
yeah, that's the one. You see the one with the hornbill and the poodle?
Wow, this is so nice.
Yeah.
That's Ho Ho.
This is the competition
Ho Ho.
that he won.
That's
Wow.
Yeah.
Yahweh is ho bro.
That's not
Yeah,
a hornbill.
man.
It's Ho Ho. How the hell you make a poodle?
Where was the championship?
This one I think it was somewhere in Sweden or somewhere.
What
along
the
line.
fuck?
Yeah. So he beat close to 60 competitor around the world.
How much they win in terms of cash money?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of good even if you don't win money because people
Open
talk
the-
about you.
Open the hornbill since now Merdeka, so I'm sorry, Ho Ho.
Ho ho.
Ho Ho.
All right.
Nice, huh?
And fun fact, if you think about it, right? Like I say again, it's crazy. But you know why? Malaysia coffee industry is only 10 years old. And within 10 years, we have won the world title.
championship.
Yes, last week was a few days ago, so we won the world championship
Oh
in
my
badminton.
god. Badminton, right?
Yeah.
3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Oh my god, shout out, man.
Not clear, sorry.
But doubles
Yeah.
doesn't count. What?
See, I'm gonna
John,
throw you.
asshole,
I'm gonna
John.
throw you a curve ball. So a normal latte at bare minimum is like $10.
No, I know more lah. I think now.
All right, maybe
Maybe in
10.50. Like
10 is still the actually 10 is still the standard.
Like
lah.
I see now,
10 is
if
still the
level,
standard.
if I see a latte level, I'm like, well, it's not a bit expensive, but 10 I'm like, yes.
10,
correct.
10
Oh,
is
you find 10
still
anymore.
10
Yeah,
8
you know?
ounce lah.
But
yeah.
how much does it actually cost?
You're looking at double shot if you're using a regular blend, like a regular coffee, like what we have right now, we're using caramel popcorn. So if you're using any standard recipe, 18 grams of coffee grounds, the shot costs around 1 ringgit and 65 cents.
Then the milk.
then the
that's
milk,
super
then your
expensive.
rental, and then your whatever that goes in your head count, whatever it is. So you're looking at around 3 to 4 ringgit.
Oh,
per
and then
course.
okay, and then
And
the
then
rest
you're
is
selling
just
for 10. lah. Yeah.
2.5 times.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, you're selling more around 60-70%. Yeah, and then what is normal?
Well, that's the first time I've heard about the margin for coffee.
Is it?
Yeah, I've never actually knew about it. So if a cafe sells like 100 per day, it's like nice.
Not really. I mean, it's like $600 per day.
$600 per day doesn't actually make a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
not a whole lot.
That's not a lot.
No, so you gotta be some big ass crap.
You gotta have something else to sustain your business.
Food lah.
Yeah, food. Or usually we recommend cafes to venture into merchandising. Like you can sell, like for example, coffee beans.
Oh.
Yeah, you can sell coffee beans. You can sell
Like the hub lah.
like the hub. That's right. But the hub is roasting themselves. So what like in JWC we offer is that we will tell the wholesale, if you're looking into considering selling beans, we can pack your coffee into small packages and then you can sell it. So the whole idea is that we help them so they get per kg in the wholesale price. Then they get to sell in small packaging.
To the
So-
regular average store.
Yeah. So they get to sell retail price, so that add another sort of like income
Revenue,
stream for them, and then they get to brand themselves OEM. So we do OEM for them. They get to put their own brand, and then they have their own.
For
story,
listeners, what is OEM?
OEM is like you are able to custom in terms of the label or you,
Like their own brand?
their own brand.
What
you
does
know.
OEM stand for?
Oh, that's a good one.
M is
I
definitely
actually never
manufacturing.
Then M is definitely manufacturing. What does OEM stand
OEM
for?
is original equipment manufacturer. What?
Yeah.
I was like, what? Original equipment.
Yeah.
Still, bro.
It's still, man.
But I get it lah. Basically, you just brand your own.
Yeah, just brand your own thing lah. It's more.
I think the correct term is white labeling.
Yeah, in a way. white
Oh,
labeling.
okay.
Yeah. Or sometimes, like customization in terms of if you have the volume, you're able to do customization in terms of the component that you want to do it. So example, this one is like a Brazil, Colombia, and then someone like, example, you come in and then you're like, hey man, my brand is big enough in one Malaysia, I can do like, 1,000 kg per month. Can I do like customization? I do one Brazil, Colombia. I want Brazil, Indonesia. Boleh tak? Boleh je.
It's cham-cham lah.
Yeah, so that is one of the option of OEM. You do customization, but usually options like this are only available if you have a big volume. You see, because from the production point of view, if you're doing small volume, I have to purposely, intentionally prepare for you this batch, which doesn't make sense.
Because it takes too much of your time.
Takes a lot of time, where we already can like cater out the regular streaming products that we are already
There's a
selling.
minimum,
There's a minimum.
order.
Yeah, there's minimum order. Yeah. So some coffees or cafes out there, they don't like to let people know what beans they're using, and then we'll provide the white label.
They just call it XYZ.
Yeah, they
house
call it
brand.
like house blend, they call it like, whatever that cafe, for example, like Merchants Lane, lately Kenneth was like, can you rename the blend? I say, yeah, man, let's do it.
But I think I was talking to you a couple of weeks back or a week back, and you were saying how you were actually doing the coffee for Chaplang also, right, at the time.
No.
Under Ghostbird, that one.
Chaplang, no. Chaplang, I only know them as a cafe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. But when I was in Ghostbird, I only know Kenneth towards my ending career in Ghostbird.
Oh, I see.
Previously, I didn't really get to know that. In fact, I told Kentan this funny story because, as a wholesale person, you want to gauge the bigger, those cafes that are doing big volumes. All right, you want to give them your sample. You are hoping that you are able to close their sales and let them to get. So all this while, I always ask my team member to head over to merchants and to pass them sample and to get the contact if you wanted to close them. And every time when we go, every time the beans are on the rack, no one is touching it.
Oh, man.
And then towards, so how I get to know Kentan is also very funny. It's through Clubhouse.
Wow.
Yeah, through Clubhouse.
He
So
was invited a few times since.
yeah. So through Clubhouse, me and Dennis from Barista Experience Academy, we decided that was during the pandemic. It was still in lockdown status.
Yeah.
There's no dine-in, and the coffee industry was very depressed. We were like, shit, like cafes are closing down because, you cannot pay rent and everything. So me and Dennis kind of feel like we need to add some positivity into the industry. So how about we do sharing?
Hence the conversation.
Hence the conversation in Clubhouse, and then Dennis was like, hey, I want to invite a cafe owner, one of my friend, he's like owner of Merchants Lane, it's not Ken Tan, and then he's very talkative as well. Let's get him involved. I'm like, sure, man, it's cool. And then the first session, we got him, and I do my thing, and then do all the talking and whatever. He messaged me privately. He was like, hey, actually, I like how the way you curate information, Can I get some of your samples?
Then you're like, bro.
I'm like, bro, sure, man.
Trying for too long.
And then when I meet up with him, I passed the sample personally to him. I was like, hey, bro, I just a question. Have you tried coffees from Ghostbird? He was like, no. No, I don't. I'm like, shit, man. Team member never passed it to him. Like, what the hell?
That is your team member doing what? Go back home, use the coffee.
No, like, the team member was like just putting there, kind of like just leave it there, and then like maybe busy or whatever. They just like, we are really good with our current supplier. Let's not do anything about it, So that's that. Because as a cafe operation, you are always receiving samples from everybody. Right. A lot of people will come, and a lot of like suppliers will try to like talk to you. Yeah, it's normal. You're running a physical store.
Yeah.
So what so happened Ghostbird is like one of the options, So it wasn't that serious. Then it was really through Clubhouse that I get a bit more closer to Ken Tan and everything. Yeah, and then the rest is history.
Wow. Actually, I never even considered that fact. Like when you have a B2C element and it's open to customers, how B2B people always come to you.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I never thought about that.
B2B will always go to B2B, bro.
Yeah. They will always be aggressive because that's... no choice.
It's sales, and that is what makes my role very, very interesting in the coffee industry. Because like I say again, the coffee industry in Malaysia is still young. So when we mention young, right, it gives the idea that the volume is not as big.
It sounds like immature.
It sounds like immature. It's not like ready and all, So here's the thing. So as a position in myself as a wholesale manager, how do you, maintain your KPIs and your current job scope? Is it? So then you need to fight for sales. But here's the thing. When you fight for sales, you end up making other people losing their customers.
Correct. It's a zero-sum game at this point.
Yeah, it's zero-sum game. When the market is so saturated. So you have to make a decision of like, okay, should I continue doing it? Or everyone be friends, everyone do their own thing, and I happy, you happy, we all happy. And
because it's either stagnation or you fuck someone over and then you roll.
So too bad I choose the later lah. I was like, man, no, it was MCO during the MCO. So it's very funny because all this revolution came before MCO or before the pandemic. I was like, okay, everyone should be friends and all. Everyone's like community kind of thing. And when the pandemic hits, right? Okay, my previous employer was like, just stressed out, full on stressed out. He was like, man, Mike, you don't have result. Mike, you don't have result. Mike, we don't have sales. Mike, you have no leadership.
Oh, relax, bro.
And then I was like, okay, shit. Okay. Then here comes the thing. Should I continue just leaving the game? Because I know that I can always just tell him back and say, but bro, it's MCO. What do you expect? Yeah. Right? Or I change or switch my mindset into game on. Which is what I call victory mindset. So this is something that I attended some of the trainings. Shout out to Sheng Yi Ko, by the way. So he's the leader of an insurance financial agency called Belief Team. They are mostly associated with Great Eastern. So I attended one of his class, the online webinar during the pandemic. And then he talked about this, which is, it's either you feel defeated by your current situation or circumstances and you just don't give a damn about it and you just live on with your life, or you choose to look at another perspective and think about, okay, how can I go around it? And how can I, do something that can add value to the current situation, which will bring future value in the future. So I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, which is, this does the Clubhouse, does the sharing. I share with a lot of baristas is that during the pandemic, like I say again, the cafe industry was so bad. So I decided to do this, which is what I call the 30 days latte art challenge. Every day for 30 days for 1 month, I will pour a new design latte art and post it, edit online and post it up on social media. Mm-hmm. And I ask my team to share it. Share my video.
Share only. Okay.
So the whole idea is that, okay, during the pandemic, when you look at Instagram story, everything is negative.
Yeah.
Everything is about, I don't know, government when will lift up, like 2 weeks again, they drag or whatever. Vaccination, people dying, everything. Suddenly, someone share latte art. And
little bit of
as a person, a little
positivity.
bit of positivity. So I did that for 30 days. So the whole idea is, okay, I spread more positivity and to let people know that, hey, don't give up. Don't lose hope. There will always be a silver lining in everything. So we did that. And then at the same time, I sent out messages. I asked me and my team sent out messages to all the cafe owners across Malaysia. We were like, hey, I truly appreciate as Ghostbird or as Michael or as us, as a team, as a community, we appreciate that you still open your shop despite the pandemic. In return of appreciation, how about I free give you a 300-gram coffee? You can have fun with it. You can brew it to serve your friends and customers. If you like it, you let us know. If not, it's okay. Play latte art. You see, and fun fact, throughout the 2 years MCO, every month I bring in 10 new customers because of that.
the fuck?
Oh.
You have to think about in the context of like,
It's pandemic or what,
it's
bro?
pandemic, like there's no dine-in options. We as salesperson, we can't go into like, imagine this lah, like you are as a cafe owner and then I come here and say, hey, do you like to change coffee beans?
Not now.
No, now, man.
Pandemic,
Dude,
right?
it's
Yeah,
a
it's
pandemic,
stressed out.
man. So I did that. And fun fact, this relates to what I mentioned just now, which is as a position in myself, which is a wholesale manager, what is your decision? Is it either you're going to help your company to break through in sales, or you're just going to stay stagnant and everyone be friends? And you risk losing your team member because the company can't even afford their salary.
Yeah, man.
So I need to make the call. So I make
You made
a
the
bad call, which is to do that. And after doing that, I kind of like, there's no turning back already. Let's just go full on, straight force and all. Yeah. That's right. That's what happened. And it still I still continue that culture, that mindset, that mentality, even despite I joined JWC.
Wow, that's damn aggro, bro.
I like
Sales is
the ferocity right here. That's something I really appreciate, man.
Yeah.
Like ganas, you know.
I sound so fucking racist, right? But it's like it's quite Chinese to do that shit.
Super Chinese, bro.
Yeah, man.
Even I'm Chinese, I don't think I'll do that. I'm like low key, maybe not Chinese enough. I don't know whether that's damn inspiring, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think of it this way. Like, actually, I always believe that everyone, everybody, doesn't matter if you are in sales or without sales, right? In a position, everybody actually every day you are selling something.
100% true.
You are actually selling something. Of course, not in the sense of trading. Okay, example, like when we are sitting right here, when we're doing sharing, right? We are actually selling our time and information to help other people to gain better perspective so that they don't make the same mistake as what we did. You see, and they get to live a better life.
It feels like we're giving lah.
Yeah, that it's already selling. And you, to be honest, you must know how to sell, because if you're not good at selling, people don't even give a shit about listening.
Yeah, they won't listen.
They won't listen. They'll be like, oh, so 5 minutes, so boring already. Let's close this, job done or whatever. But here's the thing. That's why you have to be good at selling. And everyone is a seller, but not everyone is a good seller.
Oh,
So you need to learn.
That
how
is
to sell.
perspective. Actually, if you think about it, like whatever you post on Insta story, it's kind of like marketing.
Yes.
Or whatever you took a photo of.
Yes.
Technically,
And
it's
if you know how to sell, you can get more opportunity. So the whole idea of selling, a lot of people kind of like always get the wrong idea is that, selling means I have to sell a product and my friends will get angry, like,
Yeah.
lately.
Insurance
Yeah,
friend.
insurance friend, like they ask you out and then like, whatever. But no, actually every day, whatever that you do, you are able to have the opportunity to create opportunity for yourself by selling. And how do you sell, or what I like to call, how do you brand yourself? That is what differentiates a good seller and an average seller.
I know this is quite sidetracked, right? But you just struck something in my head. Like, I've been seeing this cat every day.
Oh, is there a
Hey, where is this cat, huh?
Yeah.
Bro, it's so cute.
What
it's
cat
like
is
near
that?
Hub
Taman
Key,
Desa
right?
or-
No, it's Hub Key, OUG there.
Okay.
Every night at 10 p.m., I'll walk all the way there and then I'll feed the cat. And I was thinking, Mike, to a certain extent, maybe you're true lah, you're selling something, but I'm just selling a cat, bro. But I bring him food every day. Then I was thinking, fuck. I should have tagged the brand of what I'm feeding the cat, right? Dude!
Might as well.
I can
You
get...
never know. Really, you never know.
Yeah, it's true. And okay, so I'm not like fishing for sponsorships, but if they do want to sponsor me, that'll be great. Because I feed my cats Cindy's recipe. And I feel like it's really good for their fur, and
So
whatever.
I just share a bit more context lah, a bit more context of what I'm doing actually. So I mentioned that all this while I always like to go to YouTube and then I search all the information or whatever if I want to learn something, and then I'll really put my heart and soul into learning it and listening. Like for example, Yamcha session. Okay, genuinely, like I would do it. Like okay, I like this episode. I need to share it to my audience, to my community, and then
Which we appreciate. We appreciate.
Really, then I will write things like, guys, if you want to learn about this perspective, please just go to this episode. I will write something like that. You guys get to see it. And here's the thing: when I tag Yamcha session, 2, 3 tags, 4 tags, 5 tags, suddenly John come and comment, bro, you want to be in my sharing?
Yeah, bro.
You see that, and to be honest, like I'm so happy. But here's the thing: is that if you are not good at selling, you will never get the opportunity.
That's
Same
true.
sense.
That's true in a way.
Is
If
it?
you don't do it, how you know?
Yeah.
Also, right?
So example, like I use this quite a lot as well, which is I will go to cafes. Okay, so I'm doing sales, right? I'll go to cafe. Here's the thing: as a cafe owner that doesn't use that particular supplier, example, that cafe A doesn't use JWC. I come in as JWC, and then I'm like, wow, I want to work along with this cafe. So besides passing sample, I do one extra thing. I shoot a commercial 15-second TikTok video for them.
Wow.
For free.
Wow.
Okay, I'll shoot all the scenes or whatever, and then I'll promote it, and then I will send it to that cafe, and I say, hey, I just came by. I love the vibes. I love the music. I would really love to work with you, but I know this video will definitely help you. Here it goes. Feel free to use it for your own marketing needs. I never put JWC or whatever. It's all under you. Okay, feel free to use it if you like it. Yeah, just tag me back. I'm more than happy to do it. And they tag me back.
Wow.
And then they were like, hey, Mike, that's very nice gesture. Can I get samples?
That's how you take it.
I'm
That's
like,
how you think
yeah.
of the second step.
Yeah.
That's how you think of
So
the second
here's the
step.
thing is like before, how do you actually know how to add value? Do you actually understand what is sales?
That's true.
You see, sales is not about numbers. Sales is about if you can build that trust. If you know how to add value to the third party, people are more than happy to do business with you. Is it because they know that, of course, money is important. Like, everyone do it for the same money, right? If there's no money, I won't even do it anymore.
But what's more?
Yeah, but what's more? Like, I can always don't do these videos. Is it like free editing?
You don't need
TikTok,
to do
whatever.
it.
I don't need to do it, like, what's the point? Waste my time, man. But I still do it. You see, I can just don't tag Yamcha sessions, but I still tag because I want people to watch it. You see, but in return, somehow the universe just pull everything together,
it's true, it's the
align, and then
magnets,
like,
bro.
and then
It's damn
people
real.
like just, hey, I want to work with you. Can I do that? I say, yeah, man, of course, let's do it. You see, but yeah, speaking of that, I'm not sure I'm supposed to say this, but like last week, I just received an invitation that I'll be part of an international coffee panel to create the first coffee grocery online platform and in an app where people can just like type in and then you can search everything about from like coffee extractions and academy, because they saw what I was doing here in Malaysia and they wanted me to be, and I'm the only Asian in there.
Wow.
Sick.
Yeah, man.
Whow,
So it's things like this. So I truly always believe that you need to add value. And that is why I have the issue with my past employer, because they don't believe it. You see, they everything is like numbers to them. My numbers have to make sense. Of course, I do have to agree, but you need time.
Yeah.
You see, you need time. You need to prove it, and we prove it. You see, it's just a matter of like, can we hold on a little bit longer?
I think it's also initiative lah. Like I don't think personally, I don't think there are many people like you that give initiative. Like to take initiative is something that is it's a scarce commodity nowadays when it comes to at least from my experience. Like I don't know how to phrase this in a very political way lah, but
Just whack it. Be blunt.
Just whack
say
it.
lah, bro.
fresh grads fresh
Just say it lah.
fresh grads who eventually become long-term employees who don't see that in order to go forward, you need to give more first.
Yes.
Because you always feel as if you're within the job scope. And every time you are within the job scope, that is all you are. You're within that pay grade. But a lot of people want that pay grade before you add to the job scope. Whereas sometimes as an employer, you need to show that you can go beyond your job scope.
Yes.
And that is what you can provide.
Yes.
It's not just your job scope. So a lot of people who complain like, how come I haven't get promoted? How I never improve, all that, whatever. But actually, the question is, did you really show that you can give more than what you have?
Yeah.
But do they need to give more than what they have if the company haven't give them more than what they can?
You see, that's the thinking that most people have.
Yes.
Like, how come you never give me higher, then I do more for you?
Yeah.
But actually, if you do more first, then they're like, hey, actually, this fucker do a lot, bro. That's how they give you more.
But what incentivize you to
That's
do
what I'm
more?
saying. It's up to you.
It's
Ma.
such a 50-50 thing. It's hard to say.
In a way, I view it back to the concept of like, it's either you have that victory mindset or either you have the victim mindset.
Whoa. Shit.
So like
The wording. That's
yeah,
intense.
and that was during the class, right? I was like, wow, it's like slap at the face all the time, everything. But it was mind blowing and it changes my life. So here's the thing, like for example, if I'm working in the corporate, say for example, I'm working in the corporate, right? And I have a specific job scope.
Yeah.
Okay, and if I'm a good worker, I will just do whatever that's on that paper. So say today, someone else get promoted. Okay.
Same
then
job scope.
Same job scope. So we need to ask ourselves one question. Why him, not you? Why? Is it because he's more leng zai?
Sometimes.
Or is it because the
Sometimes true, by the way.
yeah, or that guy drives a better car. You never know, right?
Maybe.
But when you think like that, okay, then you become the victim. You become the victim mindset. In a sense that you put
Yourself as the victim.
yourself as a victim and everything happens and you are not the one that is beneficial for it because of circumstances. And to be honest, those circumstances sometimes it's not your fault. One.
Yeah, it really exists.
It really existed. Like for example, a pandemic.
Yeah.
The pandemic, what can you do? Government say cannot die, takkan you die also. You want to go in and say die in? You say no lah. I want to fight sales ma.
I'm not a
You don't
victim, fuck you.
understand that. Like I already got my booster shot. Like what are you saying? Well, no, the government say cannot means cannot. So here's the thing. Then if those situations really happen, so how can you still succeed? And this is where what we call the victory mindset.
You find a different way.
You find a different way around the system.
Yeah.
And those different way is only until you find ways to improve and go to classes or courses or network with other people from other industry. Most of the time, you cannot think about it. One.
Yeah.
There's no idea coming because when you're always in your comfort zone and in your thing, in your own community, right? Or your own same industry, most of the time, whatever idea that you think, the same industry is already been done.
Yeah.
You see? So for example, like in coffee, doing the 30 days challenge, right? It's not because it's coffee. I actually learned it from insurance. Is it why? Because like insurance, right? They have this kind, or 30 days you do X more exercise challenge. To prove that like you are disciplined and dedicated, right. Then I'm like, yeah, man. If I can use that on coffee, why not?
So you're disciplining your coffee in a way.
I discipline my coffee in a way,
Practice your art.
I practice my art. You see, so here's the thing: is like a lot. Like for example, like if insurance can bring insurance closing sales technique online, because those days, right, in the insurance industry, everything has to be done physical.
Yeah.
Because I need to connect with you. You need to feel my energy. You need to feel my audacity. Like I'm not here to cheat you. I'm the best agent that you can talk to. So when you need to do that in order to close the sales. During pandemic, that is literally non-existent. So what do you do? Can you still close it? Can online. How? How do you transfer the energy online? How do you make sure they feel it? You see? So then the insurance did all these like classes and slides or whatever. I attended it. A lot of things that make sense, and then I transfer it to coffee. So we were one of the first to actually conduct a coffee training online.
Wow.
But we did it only exclusive for our wholesale back then. Yeah. We didn't want to like open up and know, it was more exclusive, but we did it online. You see, and it was breakthrough for me because no one ever done it online. Because coffee is such a sensory thing. Like
You need to smell. You need
to
taste.
smell. You need to drink. How you.
You even need
taste
to
this,
hear it. Like
Yeah. So we did it online. You see, so all these things is like, okay, I never learned it in coffee. I learned it from the insurance industry. So back to the thing. If you are someone in the corporate world, you're having this like stagnant or whatever, then you need to ask yourself, okay, how can I stand out? in this community? How can I stand out in this company? And you don't need to be so loud. You just have to be like, okay, if you are looking for a promotion, should I sell more? Or should I do more branding? Or should I do a side job? What I'm good at.
What additional value you can provide.
What value? And everyone has something that the other person doesn't have.
You may not look like
Everyone
Brad
is
Pitt.
unique. Yeah, everyone is unique. One really, I always believe this. Right? Everyone is unique. Everyone, you have what it takes. The only difference, do you believe in yourself?
And do you believe in that element that you have, right?
Yes. And that is why the successful people are where they are today, because they are always networking. You see, they are always learning new ideas. They are always trying to be in the forefront.
That's true.
Yeah.
True. They are not succumbing to their industry.
Yes.
Like if you were Bezos and you were selling only online stuff as service, you typically a person that is within the comfort zone will just stick to that. But he did Prime, he did like what do you call that? Watch
Yes.
Amazon Entertainment, Amazon Games and shit like that. Innovation is what keeps you at the top as well,
Yes.
right? You need to keep doing.
You know, like there's like, for example, like Elon Musk, right?
Hey, boy.
Yeah.
Tesla was on the brink of bankruptcy, bro. This one everyone knows, right?
Yeah.
Like 6-7 years ago. But why he is still here? Why is he even the richest person in the world?
Why does he tweet and people care?
Yeah, you know, it's really because like the way I look at it is that whatever that he does, right? First thing first, value. He wants to add value. He wants to do value. He wants to do something different, and he challenged the norm. The reason why he did SpaceX is because NASA stopped sending rockets up to the sky. And he's like, you know, what are we wasting all this technology for? We already have the technology. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
That's
how you go further.
That's how you go further, because we need to break through. You cannot always be in your comfort zone. So same to a lot of people, I always tell them is like, okay, if you like, for example, if you want to be a barista, there is a lot of way forward. Opening the cafe or opening your own cafe is not the only thing. Everyone is unique, so you can find what you're good at and use your strength to contribute to businesses that are already successful and make them bigger. And when you do that, you get your pay. You get your pay cut. You get your commission or whatever. And you get to live a successful life. Why not? You see? Yeah.
I think a lot of people also want that whole cafe concept because they just want they feel as if that idea is you are the customer in your own cafe. But bro, it's far from lah. I think you work like dog, bro, in your own cafe, bro.
Harder than you would as an employee.
You know, it's like when everybody look at like you, everyone want to be a YouTuber, everyone want to be a podcaster, but until you run it, oh my goodness.
Actually, when we started Yamcha Sessions, I think there were like 3 or 4 that started with us that didn't continue as well until today. So it's kind of like a testament also as how hard are you willing to do after your
because you guys are
full-time
adding
job.
value, bro.
Easy.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We are doing it unconsciously as well.
Yes, actually, you guys are doing it unconsciously, really. You
But
have
we
the
do
magnet.
it. Yeah, but we do because we also like talking lah. I mean, to be fair, I think right. So I was talking to a lot of people about the podcast, and they were like, "Wow, damn interesting, right? Damn interesting." I'm like, actually, honestly, I just like talking to people lah. And if I spoke to a random person, example lah, right? If I were to call up like Tun M or Sai Sadiq, like, "Hey bro, you wanna hang out?" or not?" The fucker will be like, "Why the fuck am I wasting my time with you?" Right?
Probably.
But if you had this,
He's like, I'm looking at you, bro. It's like,
Of course you will say yes.
no. If we didn't have the podcast, if we didn't have the podcast, it's just regular guys from Saujana.
Bro,
or
you
some
wouldn't
shit.
even think of calling to name. Like, you
yeah,
you wouldn't
no one in the right mind
Yeah.
would think of
Oh,
calling
okay. Let's say I call a random person. Let's say I
Alright.
call you. Hey, Mike, you want to hang out for coffee or not? You'd be like, first of all, who are you? And why you want to hang out with me? You're trying to sell me insurance, is it? It's an agenda, right? But if there's a podcast, you know that, okay, I'm coming on here. I'm going to somewhat market my identity, my brand.
Yeah.
And also I'll add value to my business because people talk about JWC now.
Yes.
So there is this like meeting point where I feel as if we get to talk to people and they get to promote. So I
And the coffee industry get to talk about Yamcha sessions.
wow,
Say,
we rebrand a Yam Kopi session, some fuck like that. You know? Okay, I think so you were at Ghost, and then you jumped because of that. You jumped to JWC because of that whole
Yes. Okay, partly, of course, there will always be two sides of a story. They have their story, I have mine, you know. So from my standpoint, I felt that they kind of like switch their priority in terms of the business direction. So what do I mean by that is that, okay, I know my strength is I'm very good at cafe to cafe. I'm very good in the industry itself. I'm good at creating stories for the industry. So I've been doing that in my past employment. So what makes the switch is that when they wanted to focus more on retail, okay, like retail, like, you know, just online, you know, lately they launched the vending machines. So like retail, they want to do a lot more on the retail. For me, I still believe giving back to the wholesale or cafe owners that are using our beans is the priority. It shouldn't be retail. The customers is priority, yes, but the retail, one thing lacking about retail is you don't have volume. Okay, I mean, how much of coffee? Yeah, how much coffee one person can buy? When you drink at home, right? You buy 200 gram.
Yeah.
But as a cafe, you buy 10 kg.
Yeah, bro. Like,
So you help the business
consistent,
better. But okay, here's the thing with wholesale and retail is that the margins for wholesale is lower.
Of
Yeah,
course.
lor.
For the same product, the margins for retail is higher. So with my previous employment, they felt that they want to switch.
Not
They wanna
wrong.
do it.
Nothing wrong there.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I say there's always two sides of things. So for me, I felt like, okay, that decision to switch is not something that I'm comfortable with, because the reason why they want to switch is they need to be financially more viable. All right. And they put the blame of their current state to me.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
They were like, you know, oh, we are where we are today because, you know, there are some things that are not managed well, and you are the one that make the call.
Because you left already.
No. I was still in there.
Oh.
You know. So they were like, so they hire a new management, and every day it was like bombard of messages like, you know, why this is not done, you know, like why this is set up in such a way, this is wrong, this is not the corporate standard, this is not the manufacturing standard, you know, like I'm like, dude, chill lah. You know,
Yeah.
I say, what we already have everything. Let's settle it one by one. You know, like what? Why the rush? Okay, so then I bring up. I was offended by the whole issue and all, and then one day I just get fed up. I decided to just make the call, quit, job done. It's no point of continuing because it's bad for me. It's bad for you. Then I spoke to the owner. I was like, hey, do you know this is happening, right? And then I brought up an issue. Do you know that all these things that were bring up to me, that saying that it's the problem that I caused, do you know you are the one that agreed to it? And he was like, yeah, but because I don't know what to do, so I just agree lor.
Nice.
All he just-
At least he's honest.
At least he
about
told you honestly.
Yeah, he was like, because I don't know, so I just agree lor. But then we go ahead lah. Then when we go ahead, it doesn't work. So
try
now
again.
we change lor. Then I'm like, yeah, then you change. Why put me?
Because you must
Why I
always
take the
someone,
blame?
lah.
Yeah. You know, and you are the owner, bro. I'm like, the decision is you, not me.
Yeah.
You see? So that was a bad blood lah. I would say the breakup was pretty bad.
But is it better now? Or
No,
it's
it's
still
not.
bad lah.
It's still bad lah.
So we can say talk shit about them lah.
We're all about the tea here.
with all credits to them. Like I say again, there will always be two sides of a story.
Yeah.
So this is my experience.
yeah,
This
okay.
of course with them they have their experience. You know, like maybe might really never do something well, whatever it is. So that is them.
Fair game.
Yeah, you know, like this is from my perspective, and of course I choose to just move forward, and I don't want to have anything that is from behind that is related
Haunting
to
you,
them
yeah.
lah, you know. So that is that, no. Because I was almost on the brink of, and this is pretty scary and this is pretty real, which is sometimes when you work so much for a brand and you really give your all, and when the feedback came in and that we are where we are today because of you, despite the results, okay, it can be very depressing.
It is, man.
Yeah.
Because it feels
Yeah.
like you shoulder a lot to blame.
Yeah, like I really shoulder so much that I almost commit suicide.
Hey, chill lah, bro.
What the fuck?
Aiyo.
Yeah, I really almost commit suicide, and you know, it was so bad. It was really bad. Like the whole situation just go crazy, just go haywire.
It's alright, but now you're doing great.
Yeah,
But
man.
Let's just avoid the commit suicide part.
My goodness, you know. So that is that, and then I just like, okay, move forward. Went to therapist, and that is how I got the idea of like, okay, you know what, I should let it go, because I was holding on so long. I was treating this
Yeah, I can
this
understand.
brand of like, you know, I want
part
to
of
make
yourself.
it great. You know, I want to make it great. I give my all. You know, and I'm not the boss.
Yeah.
And I still believe that, okay, I want to do it great. I want to make it well. You see, I want it to be big.
It's something like your baby also, because you've pushed it so much.
Yes,
right?
I push it so much. I give, basically, I always tell a lot of people is that I'm naked, the whole thing. I was like, the whole me is there.
But I know this is going to discredit some of the quality that a lot of, like, I'm sure Ghostbird still produces good coffee beans.
Of course.
You know?
Sure.
And you would only sell Ghostbird if you believed in it.
Yep.
In certain ways, right?
Yep.
And I know that GWC, they are probably good at other things as well.
Yep.
You feel as if you can communicate with different cafe owners and say, this is different than what I sold before because of this. So I'm very sure. But my mom used to tell me, she used to do sales for hotels.
Yep.
And this is what I personally feel lah. When she sold, let's say, Rasa Sayang Hotel in Penang or some shit like that, right? And then she moved to a different hotel, and then she's now selling that hotel because she's sales team.
Yep.
She always tells me how, like, it's actually a lot of people come to you,
Yes.
not the hotel.
Yes.
It's kind of like your identity, right?
Yeah.
So I think what you provide is also that value law that can carry forth, right?
Yes, yes.
It's not just
Like this was initially my main concern when I was thinking about making the switch, which is like, oh man, like I've been saying this particular product has been awesome and all, and then here am I suddenly switch to another company with another product. Takkan I say that this product is better than that, Then the term is like, bro, you also say this is good, so we sure it's good, kind of thing. So that was one of my concerns. And then I kind of think about like, okay, how about this, What about I switch my mindset is that instead of me going to them, why not I let them come to me?
I think you do a very good job.
Yeah, like instead of me going to them, how about I make them? So from my standpoint, I don't need to aggressively, because there are questions they throw to me like, hey Mike, have you been going back and to all your clients, I said, I don't need to. I said, people will just come to me because I give the best service in Malaysia.
See, it's the service.
I give the best service. Like I can just, day one, today you order coffee, today I send the coffee.
Yeah.
I give the best service, man.
I think it's a Malaysian thing also, actually. Or maybe it's an Asian thing. It's kind of like when you know that person, you can trust that person. It's not the company one. You just can trust that person.
Yep.
That's why you always go back to that same person.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I feel that, and I think you do a very good job at branding yourself as the coffee guy as well. That's why people can associate that and just like, oh, coffee is mine.
But of course,
What?
they are good as well. They have their loyal customers. They are also good. Okay, they are also good. So I've trained 2 apprentices. That has also zero sales experience, and then they came on to my previous employment, and then now they are also considered as top sales in the coffee industry. Yeah, so they have their own the way they operate and the way they work has very similar working identity and working style as mine. So I can see a lot of like a lot of cafes still stick with them. Okay, which is fine for me. For me, it's like, okay, you do you, I do me.
Yeah,
So there's no need. There's actually a lot of potential in Malaysia. Like I say, we are only 10 years old, man. Come on, there's no need to worry about there's not enough pie or whatever. The only thing the reason why a lot of roastery, or I feel like suppliers or in sales, right, when you start to worry about your competitor, it means that you're not being progressive or innovative enough.
Oh, that's true. That means you're actually just matching.
Yeah, it means that you're only matching. You're not really trying to break through.
Yeah.
Why Huawei doesn't even? They don't. If you ask the CEO or the staff, right, are you worried about Apple? Man, they don't give a damn, bro.
Yeah. Apple lah.
Apple lah. Huawei lah. Samsung lah. Of course, they still observe what's available in the market. They still need to do market research. You need to get data on like what are the people that love to have their phones, the size and the options that they have. Of course, they need to do that. But if you really ask them, are you worried about their sales trend or whatever? No, man. Just do you do Apple, I do mine. I will try to find a way to lower down my costs and improve my margins and be better and get new clients. You see? So if I can find clients from ABC, I will do XYZ. So that is only when you can switch. But if you're always like, I'm so worried about, why this guy go here, why this, bro, you need to look at yourself. Why are you still doing sales?
You need to reevaluate your shit.
You need to reevaluate your shit, like why? Okay, instead of asking where can you go, why not you ask about yourself? Why my customers are losing?
Yeah, why am I losing?
Why am I losing my customers? You see? So in terms of work, it's the same thing. Why my boss is not trusting me anymore?
Why always go to my colleague?
Yeah.
Me?
Then you need to reevaluate yourself. Oh, am I doing it slower or am I doing it faster? Okay, so of course, when you do the comparison, don't compare to your colleague. Ask yourself,
how
can I make it better? How can I perform better? How can I Like for example, like MC, right? How can I stand out among so many MCs? You see, should I talk shit more, or should I, say vowel language more, whatever? So you're always constantly evaluating yourself. Like for me, that is why I like to go to all this YouTube and I'll just search out the podcast because I want new perspective. You see, I'm always hunger for, is there anything that I can do it different in the coffee industry?
Yeah, man.
You see, is there like, can I do this way or should I do that way? You see, so I'm always evaluating that. I'm always improving on that.
You know, when you talk about that 10-year difference thing, actually, I find it's not just coffee. A lot of industries in Malaysia are 10 years behind. Like, serious shit. You know, right? When I was in America.
Apple Pay, is it?
No, not just Apple Pay. Bro, you got to talk to them, man.
No, that is true.
Apple Pay, is it?
Apple Pay.
Don't say Apple Pay, ah. Talk about
Visa,
debit card, bro.
Debit card, yeah.
PayWave only came after pandemic. Or just before, lah. You know?
No, it was there before
Prior.
pandemic.
It's before,
Maybe
right?
like 2 years? 2
Yeah,
years?
but slow, but
Okay.
there lah, you know.
Touch and Go e-wallet.
Bro, why the
Until
fuck
today.
I cannot reload Touch and Go and still use the same shit for...
That's why.
Hey, you can a new card.
Now,
lah.
new
you have
card
the new
ah.
Yeah, new card lah. Yeah, lah.
But then, bro, the new card, they only release like what? X number, and then every buy, then sell for times 10. So high, lah. I tell you, the fucking company is damn stupid, you know. But if you look at a lot of the brands in the US, right, or even in Europe, right, they're always 10 years ahead. They always feel as if like they've done it, and then Malaysia is like, oh shit, they're doing it. Yeah. Only people who go overseas, then they come back, they're like, actually, they're already doing this. Like in China, they're already using QR code, you know. Last time, fucker, before pandemic, nobody even gave a fuck about QR code.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Nobody even, bro, I pitched QR code so many times. And everybody's like, bro, nobody use QR code on lah. But why can't you be the frontier? Why can't you start it? I don't fucking understand, bro.
Right.
And nobody wants to do it. You know, at that time, even iPhone, right? You just hover, the fucking QR code already appear, you know. It's already accessible. It's just educating people how to use it. But I'm going to go back to my...
Merdeka.
Merdeka,
That's Malaysia.
65, bro.
That's just Malaysia.
Hari Merdeka, bro.
I want to go back to the whole coffee scene, right? So my question is, if we are 10 years behind in terms of coffee and the whole...
Are we 10
And
years
if
behind?
he says so, lah, I mean,
we are 10 years behind Taiwan.
So what is Taiwan doing
Holy
now that's different
shit.
than us?
Yeah,
Wait, what is Taiwan doing right now that's different than us? Are there coffee?
Taiwan almost, I would say 50% of the local home has a coffee roasting machine.
what in
Whoa.
the hell, bro?
Wait.
Yeah,
Is
like they
there-
roast coffee themselves and
Household people-
Household people, that's right.
Wow, I've never seen Malaysia doing that, sial.
Yeah, man, you never see, bro.
Taiwan is substantially more mature as a.
I would say in terms of the culture, they accept what we call the third wave coffee culture, you know, where you drink coffee for its quality, not for the caffeine fix.
Yeah.
Because in Malaysia, we still are at that period of like,
I want cow.
I want gao and I don't even bother about the coffee. I just want gao.
Yeah,
I just
or very
want,
hot.
I just want the lifestyle. That's it. So we really haven't go into the period of addiction to caffeine. Not yet.
Like even
Yeah.
like understanding also.
Yeah.
Do you think Malaysian can go to that state?
We can. The reason being is that, you know why? Compared to 5 years ago and 5 years currently, right now, is that the local people, especially Bumi Putras, love coffee.
Yeah. Prior to this,
Prior to this, none. Like you preach to them about kopio, okay? They look at you,
like one kind.
bro, I drink teh-peng, bro.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. Now,
Actually, it's not just Burmese, even Chinese people, even Indian people, like the rural areas, they still.
you know
it's
what?
like-
Know a fun fact? Like a lot of people, because I do coffee supply, right? So everybody kind of like, hey, Mike, you know, like besides KL, you know, where is your biggest market? Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
People kind of like ask, no, because Satu Malaysia, so they want to know, is it Penang, Melaka? Then I always say like, okay, make a guess. Where do you think, okay, is the biggest coffee consumption beside Kuala Lumpur?
Kelantan.
City?
No, not Kelantan. Wait, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to guess.
You know, they were-
Sabah.
People like Sabah, people guess Kuching.
Go KK lah. I guess.
KK lah, you know, people
Kuching
drink about, maybe people think about Penang lah. Always people tell me like, hey, is it Penang lah? Because there's a
It's
lot
gonna
of
be Kedah,
cafe lah,
It's
you know.
Johor.
You heard some people say Johor because of Singaporean crowd can come in,
Where
right?
is it?
Kota Baru, Kelantan.
Bro, you were right, bro. What the shit?
Bro, for context, right? An average cafe use about 10 to 20 kgs of coffee per week.
John, let's open YCS at Kelantan, John.
Okay. That's for context. That's for context. An average cafe in Kelantan is doing 50 kg per week.
Bro,
Bro, they addicted to coffee or got nothing to drink
That's
there.
the thing, because they don't have entertainment.
They don't have entertainment. That is not right. That is not wrong.
Yeah.
Because I went Kelantan before. Bro, damn boring, bro, the place.
Bro, you see,
Sorry,
you know, like in Malaysia, in KL, right? Okay, if let's say today is weekend lah, you know, where do you want to go? Hey bro, let's go Cabin
Valley,
Island,
whatever.
Valley, Genting, Port Dickson,
Museum
right?
Negara.
Your museum or whatever. You go to Dataran Palawan,
There's many
Malacca,
places,
you know,
there are options.
Jonker Street or something like Malacca. You just go 1 hour drive or what's the point?
Kelantan got what?
Kelantan, bro, what? Seaside, that's it. you got nothing to do there. So what does the local do? They go to cafe.
Sit down there.
And they looking it right now is that it's part of a lifestyle.
Wow.
They treat it as like, jom lepak pergi mana? Jom pergi cafe.
I don't know whether
They don't go mama, bro.
Ah,
They go cafe.
Damn, son.
Wait, do they need halal in their coffee?
Most of the cafes operates by Malay lah, so they
Oh,
kind
so
like,
it's halal
So,
lah. So if you go there, you not halal
and
lah.
of course, in Kelantan, you can't sell alcohol openly. Right?
Not
Even
wrong.
7-Eleven also you cannot have alcohol.
wrong.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, you're not allowed to put it. You're not allowed to openly sell alcohol.
But it's there lah.
Wow.
You have to go to Chinatown.
Wow, so you won't see like those Indian small stores selling alcohol in Kelantan. Shit, guys.
Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tak, sebab dia negeri pas and
Halal.
It's not
Halal. So like say for example, if you were to go to Kelantan, you want to open another JWC subsidiary right there, you like, shit, but I know halal.
No
okay,
lah.
for JWC, we can't go Kelantan.
Why?
The brand perception itself is very Chinese.
Oh,
You see, so JWC, so fun fact, before I joined JWC, right? So JWC basically means just one coffee, JUSTWANT. So I
Yeah.
just want a cup of coffee, right? So it's a brand that is created 10 years ago in JB.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
Okay, 10 years ago in JB. So when you think about JB, right, most of the time, the brands that come out from JB are very Chinese orientated.
Yeah, generally
yes.
that's the
It's
case.
very Mandarin. Like for example, do you know Zeus Coffee originates from JB?
Holy shit. God damn.
The alley, the bubble tea, the alley
It's from JB.
is from JB.
Wait. Actually, the alley.
Is it Taiwanese?
Yeah.
It's the first franchise store.
Oh, it's in JB. Oh,
It's
I
from JB. It's from JB. So it's a JB brand. So JWC is from JB. So JB, when you think about JB, it's always very Chinese oriented. So when they came up to KL 5 years ago, they opened my current outlet in Bandar Puteri Puchong. Even the Instagram posting is in Mandarin.
No way, bro. Are you fucking serious?
Serious. Like if you look at the early posting, right, they
Oh,
are like
early
Malay
ones
words
are-
and like Chinese and all. So it's
Sure.
very Chinese orientated. So the reason why my current team, I've known them for 10 years already. Since the day of my barista days, we kind of like always cross over with Instagram and then tag photos and all latte art. So when they know that I wanted to make the switch, one of the reasons why they wanted me to join them is to curate for the English and Malay community.
Oh.
To offer something to this.
Bro, you are the KOL of coffee lah,
chill
technically.
lah, no lah. So
You gotta downplay that shit.
Shit,
Like, no, lah,
yeah,
it's
so-
just-
You speak Malay quite solid also.
and because back to the thing, Starbucks,
Oh yeah.
bro, 90% of the barista in Starbucks is Malay, and if you want to be there, of course, as time passed, right, you get to know their culture, you get to speak
Yeah.
like because you're always hanging out with them all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I hang out the most with Malay during barista days. Even until now, all my seafoods are still in touch, you know. So this is why I always recommend people that you go to Starbucks,
Sure.
and then you learn. Okay, you curate. Here's the thing: how can you speak coffee in 3 different languages or 4? Cantonese, Malay, English, Mandarin. Is it?
Tamil.
Tamil, aku nak belajar, bro. So JWC, if the brand were to go to Kelantan, I may be able to speak solid Malay, but the brand is very Chinese oriented.
Yeah.
So the brand will not work in Kelantan. But if anybody were to ask me like, hey Mike, you know, like if I want to open a store, you know, where should I start? Bro, if you're open to trying, if you're open to adventure, bro, just go Kelantan, man. Kelantan is like the best place to start. Here's the thing. Coffee, like I say again, is a community, is a vibe. If you can build a local vibe, you can build a brand vibes around that. These Malay, okay, and local Bumi Putra, they have something that a lot of Chinese doesn't have. They are very strong in their brotherhood.
Yeah.
You see, Malays, right, they're kind of like, oh, kita nak support orang sendiri kan. So if you can create that strong bonding and you come down to KL, they will come all the way to you. So fun fact, I did a crossover sort of like activity sharing together with one local brand that is using our coffee. It's called Lion KL, Laiyan. So Lion KL, they are a coffee pop-up brand. So last 2 months ago, they did a coffee pop-up in one of the coffee events called Pesta Coffee in the Curve. So they did at the Curve. That blew my mind. Why? So they did the pop-up. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. During the Saturday, right, we have a lot of people that came to the booth and I was making coffee. So I offered myself as a free volunteer barista. So the whole idea is that I want to brand myself in such a way that I not only can sell coffee, I can also make coffee.
Sure.
Yeah, and I can be in the local community. So I intentionally wanted to do that, and I love doing that. So I went there, and 90% of them came from Kelantan.
90.
And they are like,
Damn.
They are like, I asked them, I said, so why you guys are here? Oh, I'm here because Lion KL posted that they are going to be here, so we come here to support them.
They
I'm
come
like,
all the way.
So what's next? Like, are you guys going to, like, you know, cafe hopping? So, oh, tak. Kita lepas minum kita terus balik ya. Aku macam, kau gila ke apa kan? Like, what the hell?
That's a
you
long
really
drive.
come for the coffee and then you drive back. Loyal supporters.
So you should start a business in Kelantan. Then
Build
move
a
to-
vibe.
Yeah, build a vibe,
Yes.
right? Come
Yeah.
to KL, and then you've got customers from Kelantan. And
To help you to do marketing.
brilliant.
To help you to do marketing. And coffee is a community brand. If you can build a community wherever you go, your local community will do the shout out for you.
Bro, I shooketh as fuck, bro. I shooketh as fuck.
Kelantan, man. What's
Yeah.
up?
This what's up, man. I always amazed, and to be honest, like after KL, the second my most favorite city is Kelantan.
I don't
love
think I've
Kelantan,
even
yeah.
been to Kelantan.
Kota Baru is awesome, bro.
Yes, we
really.
have. We've been to Kota Baru.
When?
Trotting days, we go down to
And the
town.
third one,
That is Kelantan, the Kota Baru, meh?
No,
That's-
Cherating is not in
That's
no,
Kuantan.
Kelantan is Kuantan.
yeah,
Yeah, bro.
but then we
Yeah.
would drive down to Kota Baru also sometimes.
Yeah, meh?
Yeah.
What? I thought we went to... I forgot what it called already.
Anyway,
Kemaman.
Kemaman too lah, but also Kota Baru if you want to go.
Is
down.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember
Kota
that.
Baru is awesome, man. The third one you guys can consider is Kuala Terengganu.
Wow, I like how you're listing all the past states just back to
No,
back.
no, that's why I say there is so much untapped potential.
I think
You
it's...
see,
yeah.
there's so much untapped potential.
it's
So if I want to blame myself or like I want to like, you know, stuck at my situation of like, oh shit, you know, I have to go back to whatever clients that I've served before, you know, and then if I can't get them, I'm shit or I'm dead. No, it's not. There's so much thing to do. And to be honest, my work is like endless. My schedule is packed like crazy. I try to fill up to go and visit people and to do activities so that I create a vibe, I create a community that people are drawn to this.
It's true though. It's true. I
Yeah,
think
people
a
are
lot of people
drawn.
like that feeling. You know?
Yeah, you know, and because we love to be attracted to vibes or community that are positive.
Yeah.
In life, it's so bitter enough, you know, everyone's like living a hard life thing. And, you know, so I always tell people is that don't drink bitter coffee because your life is bitter enough. You know, like just don't add any more bitterness, add some sweetness into it. So, and this is exactly, to come back to the first question that you asked, Michael Wilson. This is exactly how he was doing it. You see, when he bring this culture in, he was like, man, it's all about community, it's all about vibe. And people are drawn to this. You see, and he created intentionally for this. Yeah, and that is something that I learned from that. I'm very grateful. So I carry that energy as I conduct all my sessions and all my trainings and activities.
Damn, bro. That's fucking crazy, dude. That is fucking crazy. I swear, I would have never guessed that shit. Like, if you now that when you say it, perspective wise, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
It's like, what do you-
like
what else do you
context,
do?
right? Yeah, that's right.
What else do you do, man? Karabu or what the fuck? Right. Like nothing else though. But now that you do mention it, a lot of new, like very nice looking cafes are always in Kota Baru and shit. Then like fucker them father, I just ignore. No. But if you were there, that's all you do, right? You just enjoy.
You just enjoy, yeah. You just go to cafe and then you just hang out and you do bonding sessions. And yeah, and to be honest, this is how KL was
Yeah.
5 years ago. This was how the scene, like, I live in Cheras. In order for me to get a cup of flat white, I need to travel all the way to TDDI,
What?
the first artisan roast store
At that time.
Oh.
at the time, you know, just to get a cup of flat white. And people will flock into that cafe. Okay, people will just go there. Shout out to Artisan Roast TDDI. Yeah,
Damn.
people just go there, just get a car, and people just mingle around. People just have fun, you know.
And the
We
place is
have
tiny
music,
too.
yeah, you know, like there's music, you know, and then like people just talk, people just jam, you know. At night, people just guitar and all, and this is the kind of vibe that people like to associate with. You see, so I understand that very early on. So when I do a wholesale program, I intentionally create a program for this vibe because I know it draws, it attracts people. You see, it gives a lot of inspiration to people.
I actually now that you say that, it's like it all clicks, you know. But my question is, if let's say you know that we are sort of like the 10-year behind type of thing, but at the same time, information accessibility is everywhere. Like you know that if you spend like a very good 1 hour on YouTube or Google or whatever lah, and you just search like, bro, what the fuck? Or and you search like cafes or some shit, right? I'm pretty sure you would have a very good understanding of what the coffee scene is beyond Malaysia.
Yes.
But if you knew that, that means technically we are 10 years behind, but we can improve faster or
Yes.
at least match that 10 year
Yes,
even
we can.
faster.
Yes, because our volume can pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
You see?
everything
Yes.
in play. It's
We
just
have
that,
everything in place.
It's just that how do you see us at least like matching or going beyond then? What is the next trend? Is that a fourth wave? You know, like
There is a lot of interpretation. So we are whatever that we're having now is the third wave.
Yeah.
You know, so how do they interpret the first, second, third wave? Is that the first wave is your local coffee, traditional coffees.
Right.
Like in Malaysia, the context will be Aicheong coffee.
what's Achiong?
Aicheong, AIKCHEONG.
Oh, Aicheong. Okay.
Aicheong coffee. Traditional coffees are basically Hainan Kopi O lah, Old Town, you know. So this is your first wave. Easy, instant, bitter coffee with sugar. Okay. Then your second wave is where your Starbucks coffee bean
bean.
comes in.
Yeah.
Okay, where they mix coffee like a brand. You know,
Yep.
it spread the good news of latte. Okay, so that's your second wave. Your third wave is where we focus more on the flavor. Okay, we focus more on the flavor. You don't need sugar to drink a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Because it's originally sweet. So we focus on the roasting, we focus on the brewing, whatever it is.
It's a quality.
It's a quality. So the fourth wave, there is a lot of interpretation on the web. Like people are just saying a lot of different things, you know. So of those example, the whole idea of fourth wave is making the coffee even more accessible to you.
Like delivery.
How accessible? Okay, you know those days, right? If you go to any household kitchen, even right now,
Nescafe.
no, not Nescafe. What is the one product that you will see in every kitchen?
Milo.
Plus minus. Milo.
Yeah. Wow.
My
damn.
man.
Milo is so... People doesn't think twice to buy Milo. You get what I mean? It's so convenient. You can get it anywhere. You can get their product, even delivery, whatever it is. Okay, it's common. They want to make coffee like this common. Like when you open the fridge, it's specialty coffee.
Wow.
You get what I mean? So when you brew your coffee, it's specialty coffee. So that is one of those explanation. Another explanation or expectation that people have for fourth wave is coffee that are even more uniquely processed. So you will, for example, like we drink this, just now I mentioned we have like flavors of caramel.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe the fourth wave, right? You have flavors of blueberries.
Ooh.
Due to the processing, not because of we add flavors or whatever. It's really just the raw ingredients, the raw green bean product, how the farmer process it
To make it
to
evoke
result it having that flavor coming
The
out
note
from the
lah.
bean. Yes.
Interesting.
That's right. So some say that the processing part is the fourth wave. So that's why I'm like, but whatever it is, in my humble opinion, I felt that good coffee should be accessible. So accessible not in the sense of I want everyone to drink it. Accessible also in from the point of pricing.
Oh, I see. Which
Yeah.
is what you've mentioned a lot.
Yes.
It's the balance between the quality and the affordability
Yes.
of the coffee, right?
That's right. I felt that good coffee should be accessible even on the price point. It shouldn't be price expensive.
And I think that's it's a symptom of being Malaysian, you know. A lot of Malaysians seek value. It's what I think we tafeke
Yeah.
value more
Yeah.
than porn, you know. Because what makes us happier is when I got Adidas Ultra Boost for 100 ringgit cheaper and you only got it for 80 ringgit cheaper. It's like I compete with you who save more.
Yes.
And that value is something that only I think Malaysians have. The rest they just don't give a fuck one. They just buy and they just consume.
And there are also an ongoing trend. I'm not sure does this happen to other countries, but it's very obvious here in Malaysia, which is the reason why we are selling expensive, okay, is because we need to have the margins to pay our staff better. So
it's not wrong, but
it's not wrong. Okay, there is a certain truth in that business model, but I still strongly believe that if you want to pay your staff better by putting up the price, right, it doesn't mean you will get better profit because of that.
You could have less customers, you know.
Yeah, that's right. And to be honest, like inflation is happening. How much you can sell or continue to sell your 18 ringgit cup of coffee?
People just won't buy.
Please don't buy, you know, and that's why when I share with John that, you know, when I listen to Tun M sharing, right, when he mentioned about inflations,
Yes.
and like, you know, like you can use machinery, reduce the cost in whatever that you have, do more R&D, you use robots, you see, so things like that. Like for me, I felt that one maybe, but I'm not a very successful business yet, you see, but maybe one of the way to allow a business or a cafe to be able to pay their staff better is where you are a business operator, you diverse your income.
Yeah. Whether you just sell beans, you sell cakes,
you sell beans, you sell beans, or like for example, you get your barista to conduct events, conduct classes, sharing sessions, okay? Give them a direction.
It's a diversification.
Yeah, like okay, as today as a business owner, this is how much I can pay you. But I will guide and help you, and I will give you some slides that you can follow where I can assist you to get the pay that you want if you put in the work.
Yeah, man. I feel that is
the correct way.
Yeah, you know, like instead of like, oh, we need to pay better, so let's just like, you know, a flat white 18 ringgit. I mean, how much can you
how much can you increase? It's such a
increase.
When you know, a part of me dies, right, when I re-listen to that part of the podcast with Tun M, because I also think to myself, actually, why am I so stupid to ask that question? You know, if you think about it, like, how come the wages never increase? If I really just spend an additional 5 minutes, right, I'll be like, actually, yeah, he's got a point. You know, if you increase the price, everything goes up, then everything is okay. Then no point. So the money is just very. If I spend the extra 5, but then again, right, I think at the same time, the other 50% of me is like thinking, I don't think a lot of people also spend that time thinking about it. So maybe it was a good thing that we asked that question.
Yeah.
You know,
it was a good question.
For me, I
got some. I really got inspired because of that. Because all this while, I always ask myself, because there's a lot of people kind of like, you know, hey Mike, what's your thought on like, you know, the coffee are getting more expensive here in Malaysia, and everything. Then I'm like, yeah, but you know, the wages are low, so you know, people kind of felt like they should pay a little bit more, so that they can help with the wages and everything. There's truth in that, like I say again, but then again, it's not sustainable.
Cannot. How long can it last?
How long can you charge 18 ringgit cup of coffee? And then people will be like, the cafe will be like, oh, then we provide the ambience, we provide the branding.
But it's not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough, really is.
And if you look at a lot of overseas businesses, actually they're very, very like 1-2 manpower. You know what I mean? They're so effective. That's the difference, right? And in Malaysia, you kind of need to like 5 people. Why you need 5 people, bro? You just need 2 very effective people, actually. And that's how you get your pay up.
Yes.
If you think about it, like if you go to overseas, right? You go to the US, you go to Japan, you go to Germany or whatever, right? A coffee store is actually managed by one guy, you know.
It's insane, man.
Right? And that guy clean toilet also, bro.
He makes like 2 times more coffee per day than the average person here, probably.
And then we still complain. So I'm like thinking, actually, I reflect a lot after that. I'm like, actually, he's absolutely right. Like, if I were to hire a robot, right, then you highlight also, right, too. But at the same time, I think it's the employer's onus to provide more. Like, guide. You have to guide.
Yeah, you have to be a leader.
Yeah.
You see, so in my opinion, is that in anything that you do, especially in service industry or whatever, right, you got to be a leader.
Yeah.
You have to lead your team. If you want them to live a better life and you want to retain them,
you have to give them more.
You have to provide the guideline. You know, you have to lead them. You know, a wolf pack doesn't just move along the way; they move according to what the leader wants.
Yep.
You see,
That's
so
correct.
it's that. You see, so you need to have a direction. And sadly, right, lately a lot of people that open cafes doesn't have direction.
They actually just want open.
They just want to open. They just want like because I want to be a cafe. You know, I like coffee, so I open a cafe.
But it's not a bad thing. I mean, technically, you got the marketing right, lah. It's just the info that comes with it, maybe not enough. Mike, I have to, I know, I love this conversation. I know where it's going, but like in 15 minutes, we have to do the live stream. I totally like forgot about that shit. I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot. We have to auction the. You have to auction the t-shirt. Yeah, but you can stay along and you can do it with us. I think it'll be quite fun. But I have like a couple more questions.
All right.
So that we can end the podcast, lah. Right. Quick one. What coffee machine would you recommend for a person at home to create coffee? Like good coffee. Yeah. Like
person at home to make coffee.
Yeah.
And something that's affordable, something that's light. Currently, there are a few brands. A better one would be like Breville. B-R-E-V-I.
I know Breville. Yeah.
Breville is consistent. Lately, I've been quite crazy with another brand. It's called Maxim.
Oh, I think I've heard of it.
Yeah,
as well.
it's actually a China brand. JWC sells it actually.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
so I've been playing. That's the only chance that I have with that is when I started to join and I play with it.
I see.
So it has everything. Like it has a small hopper for your beans. It grinds well. It brews well, and it steams milk well.
Oh, it's all in one.
So it's all in one, you know, and it has like control temperature and everything. So you have a stability in temperature. So highly recommend. And price point definitely affordable.
How much is it roughly?
You're looking at around 5,000.
Got it.
4,000. Yeah. It's very similar to Breville, but a high-end Breville will cost you around 10K.
Jesus, Navas.
Yeah. So okay, in my humble opinion, if you are going to spend 10K on a machine, okay, don't do it.
Oh, is it?
Don't do it. Yeah. Of course, some people, they are like collectors, you know, you are so passionate in it that you don't mind spending 20K on a whole setup. Well, whatever it is.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, you are passionate enough. But as an average, if you want it like just to day-to-day coffee, don't do it. If you are going to look into spending 10K on a setup, don't do it. 5, 6, it's about there.
Should aim for that amount.
Should aim for that amount. That's right. And another thing is that you got to be worried is the after-sales support. You see, because most machines that are sell over here,
you need to maintain.
Yeah, you need to maintain machines. It's like you buy a car, right? You need to make sure that there's a technician for it. There's a service for it. There's any time if anything happened to that car, you get someone to do it well, right?
You just bought the Longi. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, so you want to buy brands that has after sales support. You see, you want to make sure that the whatever brands that you're buying, that behind there's a team for you, okay? Because that it will always be wear and tear.
Yeah, lor.
When you think about machinery, right? Everything has wear and tear. Even this has wear and tear.
The more you use it,
the more you use it, the easier it is for it to break down. And some parts are plastic. Okay, so what if those wear and tear happens? What's next?
Yeah, lor.
So I always advise like home barista or home brewers, right? Is that be very careful with the brands that you pick to be at home. You see, you want to make sure that you are able to service them. You see, that you have a team, that you're able to stand back for service. You see, that's the most important.
That's a good tip. It's a very good tip.
Yeah.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's 3. The second one is, do you have any imparting wisdom or advice for people who are listening to this podcast who want to perhaps go into coffee?
Listen to Yamcha session.
Wow. You fucking hell, Mike.
Here's the thing. A lot of people doesn't understand or like, you know, doesn't get the idea is that actually listening to podcasts, right, is not to learn or to get to know the celebrity or the people or the guests. Listening to podcasts or like, for example, like Yap's session, what they're doing is that you gather different industrial leaders or people or guests to share on the podcast, and you have the conversations. When you listen to it, right, what you want to learn is that you want to learn all the small little wisdom they are shared, the experience,
the details,
the lesson that particular guest have gone through and what he have learned. When you learn that, right, that is way more better than you can go to any other classes already. And it's free.
It is. It will be free.
It is free. You see, free in the sense that you are able to access it. So why not taking the time to actually learn? Because by listening, for example, like when I learned about Tun M, those kind of whatever that he shared, right, I may have fastened my growth record by 2 years, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I mean? Like I don't have to walk through any other thing. I don't have to like figure out myself, you know, because this guy had done it.
Yeah,
You see?
it's true.
The failures have been done.
Yeah, the failures have been done. And he share about the knowledge and we learn about that. And that's far more valuable than whatever like, which academy I should go, you know, like or which classes, which guru I should be listening to. No, you don't have listening to anybody. Listen to the right channels. You see, get the right platform to listen to so that you gain all the perspective and experience to help you become a better person. And Yamsa Session is doing that.
Wow, I'm so touched, bro.
Yeah.
I'm very touched. I think
It's really from the bottom of my heart.
no, I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate it a lot. I think a lot of us, this is not a full-time job, as you know, right? And then when Patreon members, like, they help us out, they give like a monthly commitment, we're really damn happy. And because that's what like maintains, it pays the rent here, you know, we are trying to make the equipment easy enough so that we can churn out more content. Like we can just sit down here, press a button. But unfortunately, we haven't reached that point yet. We still have to set up cameras. But if we can get to that, maybe we can teach more people, right? Last thing on the podcast is a new addition.
Wow.
I was listening to...
I was thinking maybe he want to ask like, do you watch anime?
Do you watch anime? Do you watch anime?
I watch a bit. Yeah, I like Demon Slayer, by the way. And I know someone likes Demon Slayer.
I know you're married, so I don't know whether I should ask that question.
It's okay. Poike is not here to enforce this. Don't worry. We can skip it.
If you want to answer, you can answer. But the new
I know what you want to ask, right?
I know you're gonna ask.
Okay, I don't know the names. When I watch anime, right, I look at the storyline and also the art, the action. Yeah, that's right. So, and I know it takes a lot of effort to do Demon Slayer.
It's a lot of work.
Like the part where the
Tanjiro.
Yeah, no, not Tanjiro. Where he lost the arm. And then he come
Tengen
Tengen, where he
that
like
fight scene is Tafeke
bro,
material.
that one is insane.
Absolutely
because
insane.
every 0.01 second
It's a drawing.
It's a drawing.
Yeah.
And the sound also. Do you hear
And
the
he
sound?
freaking draw everything so smooth,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Yeah, man.
I was
It's
wow.
It's insane.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed, really.
Unfortunately, the artists in Japan don't get paid enough. It's damn sad. It's a whole like fucked up scenario in Japan right now. Okay, we got like 10 more minutes to the live
All
stream. But before we end the podcast, and I really want to start this thing, there's a book and there's a pen next to you.
Okay.
All right, and this book and this pen, I want you to open the book. I want you to write a question for the next guest.
Wow.
And that guest will answer. So you're going to be the first person to start this.
Whoa.
Amazing.
It's
Amazing.
I'm copying.
I'm feeling the pressure now.
We are copying this from Diary of a CEO, which I think is very
Okay.
interesting because it's how we get guests to talk to one another.
Nice.
So you can take your time in writing the question at the end of this podcast. But
what is our questions?
No, just write. This is Chok's notebook, lah. But so Andrew, myself, and Poige will not be able to see what question you ask. Only Chok will be able to see, and Chok will see whether it's legible because sometimes people's handwriting won't be great. So just write a question.
Right.
I'll get a proper book just for questions.
I
so
see.
you will make sure when you ask the question, you ask the question for the next guest.
I see.
It can be a personal question. It can be a growth question. And this is how we feel as if we're going to get our guests to talk to one another.
Nice.
Yeah. But Mike, we really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's been a blast, man. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
my man.
I only wish that the podcast
I hope you
would go
love the
longer.
coffee.
I had a good time.
Thank you, sir.
I only wish that this conversation would
Hey, chill, man.
longer.
Thanks for having me, by the way. Really.
No, I appreciate you being here.
You can come back again, bro. I feel like we always say that. It's just that we don't have the time to like squeeze in a second time. It's just that every time we have to find new guests. It's only when we get it to that point where we can have like just a click of a button, produce.
And I'm glad we're finally doing this.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We are
A
as
lot
well.
of
Oh my gosh.
A lot of hiccups as
Oh
well.
my gosh.
part of it,
All right, all
part of the
right, all
process.
right.
So
all right.
just write down a question. I think we're gonna stop the podcast, so we won't
Sure.
see the question. So
Okay.
only Chok will see the question.
Okay.
But I got Sharingan so I can see lah.
Don't see, bro. It's part of the thing. But Mike, thank you so much. If you
Thank
want to
you.
follow Mike, I'll list down all his socials on the description below. And
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, my friend.
Comment below. Don't forget to share among your friends.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.